Online students, am I audible?
Good morning, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
audible, sir.
You are
Good
not
morning.
audible, man. Your voice is very low. You had your idli sambar and all, no, in the morning. Or aloo porta. No, you're not audible to them. Huh?
You are audible, sir.
No, I'm audible. The online student should be audible to the offline student also. No?
I cannot just speak.
Correct. Yeah. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
You can see my
No, no.
screen? You can
Yes,
see
we
my
can.
screen, right?
Yes,
But
yes.
they are not audible to them, sir. Yeah, please. Okay, guys, what's the plan for today? Come on. Have you come with any preparation? You want to bombard me with question or I have to bombard you? Two choice. Is there any third choice? No? Okay, go ahead. See, and the other day we concluded there is a lot of activity to be done before we actually start the HR, right? So today we are going to talk on that concept. Basically, what is that to be done before starting the actual HR activities, which normally people think selection and recruitment, right? When you talk about HRM, normally people will say start with the selection and recruitment. And if you remember last time we concluded, if you really want a good, output from HRM and to be one of the good competitive advantage for a superior performance, HRM has to do a lot of work before the HRM activity starts. So today we are going to concentrate on that only. What are those HRM activities before the actual so-called HR is started, which comes under 4 categories: job analysis, job description, KRE, and KPA. So today, probably in an experiential manner, let's see how a job analysis looks like, how a job description looks like, how a job specification looks like, how do you arrive at the KRA, and how do you extend that KRA into KPA, and KPA with different models, including the balance scorecard model. This is what we are planning to cover it up today, right? Is that clear? Online students, am I clear? Online students, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Your
Yes,
voice
sir.
is not coming. Can you raise your voice? Say
Yes,
it,
sir.
Hello. My voice
Yes,
is clear
sir.
to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are talking about the job analysis. So as I told you, we are going to talk today only about what is that prior to actual HR starts, which we should cover out by 3 hours: job analysis, job description, specification, KRE, KP, all those 5 in an experiential manner, like a consultant approach. When you are going to talk about KRA, as if you are going to prepare a KRA in a customized manner for a particular position. I did this exercise for one of the pharma company. I did for 6-7 positions. Probably will take it up since it's an HR class. We'll take up only for HR. Or if you don't want, I have 5-6 positions also. So you should be able to design how you will design a KRA, how you will design a KPA. Now to start with, what is job analysis? What do you mean by job analysis? Any idea? Come on, guys. Understand the outcome? Okay. First of all, why are we doing all this? For 2 reasons. One is that there are only 2 aspects. One aspect is that the employee should be able to have an excellent performance individually as a team, and the organizational goal is achieved. If you are effective, if you are able to get the job done because of clarity of role, clarity of training and things like that, this guy is able to do the job very well and the team is able to very well, then organizational output is achieved. Then my budget profitability, that's what I want primarily. Okay, number 1. Number 2, this cannot be done only in a mechanical manner of, just keeping this guy as a machine. I need to make him happy, comfortable. He's happy with the role. He feels that I have a meaningful role. I'm able to contribute to the role. My job role is clear. My clarity is clear. My supporting system is there. If this is there, this will be taken care of, right? So this is what primarily want. This you can call it a leading indicator. Leading indicator is that you should be able to effectively deliver. I should be able to say at the end of the day, is he delivering the KRE? Is he delivering the KP? Each individual is delivering. Each team is delivering. Each group is delivering. Then it goes up to the level of achieving the projected business. What is projected business at the end of the day? Your profitability, your growth, your customer satisfaction, all those things. So, getting that leading indicator, what is the lagging indicator? The person should be motivated, happy, engaged. All those things can be done if you give a meaningful job. You should be able to know, I'm able to do some meaningful job. Not that, I have to get a job salary. So I'm going there at 9 o'clock. I have to sit there at 5 o'clock, 5:30. This is what happens most of the time. The clarity is not there. The job role is not meaningful. I don't feel I'm really contributing. Or so the job analysis should take care of both the things. While you have a job analysis, you should take care of both. If you can take care of both those things, obviously the result is that what you want as a business. Now, when you talk about job analysis, what is the difference between job analysis and job description? First part is clear, right? Job analysis is required to make the individual happy, engaged, satisfied. Then only he will be able to contribute to the functional objectives or organizational objectives, which is cascaded down from the business budget or corporate planning, and all. That's the first part. Is that clear to all of us? Online students, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What is this, sir? Tell me. What is that I was trying to talk? 5 minutes.
Talking about the job analysis.
What is that? What is that I talked about?
It is required to make like individual happy
Right.
the job.
With a job, I use some words. Meaningful job.
Meaningful job, yeah.
Employee engaged. I told you the first time also to all of you to pick up some of the words. I said meaningful job. I said employees engaged. It's a satisfied employee. The role clarity is there. All those things are there, then you are happy. Any one of you. Like I told you the last class also, most of you, either when you take up a new job or you take up a lateral job or somewhere, 50% of them feel, no, I don't seem to be happy. Especially whenever people take a new job, most of them, they keep changing the job, first 1 or 2 years. Their own mistake, the individual doesn't know what they are looking for, or to a large extent, I'll put the companies responsible. They are not able to, tell them before in hand, during and afterward, this is what your job, this is what your job. So that is one part of it. What is the second part of it? So what does it mean? We say, number one, the conclusion is you can note down. Number one is that prior to HR is job analysis one. Okay, that is the conclusion we started. 2 is, what is the meaning of job analysis? The meaning of job analysis, as we discussed, is basically it should be twin based. Individual is happy, organization job is achieved. One second, let me get the remote. Where did they keep? What did you say? You asked something. When you talk about job analysis, yeah, somebody is saying something. Go ahead. See, initially she was not in the first class. See that we talked about HR starts quickly. We'll give her 2 minutes. 3. HR starts normally with recruitment, placement, compensation, appraisal. Okay, this is what HR is. But we said that any good, yeah.
Sir, there is a lot of disturbance, sir. I'm not sure if it's only for me or everybody else.
Come on, all of you.
Yeah.
You have disturbances?
Correct.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir. There's a lot of disturbance. I think maybe when you're moving, your mic is also moving along with you. Maybe that is the reason.
Now, am I clear?
Yes, sir. Slightly
Yes, sir,
better.
better.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
I have to be close to you and far off from these guys. Okay. Looks like that. This slide is visible to all of you.
Yes.
Okay, now what we discuss is that the second part of it, what we have been discussing. Basically, the job analyst should take care of individual recognition, achievement, orientation, their happiness, their engagement, all those. If you have that, your goal and things achieved. So Number one, what we concluded is job analysis important. Why job analysis important? Sir, this, where is your remote?
How you connect with this one? It's already full.
I'm not.
Connect here because already it is here.
Okay, this cannot be used. Okay, I'll use it. It cannot be used. No, don't. No, if it cannot be used, don't worry, don't disturb. Okay, guys. Now let him do. Let him. So now, what do you mean by job analysis? We understood the importance and this thing. Now, what actually you mean by job analysis? Can you give an example? What is job analysis? Come on, try. What is job analysis? Theoretically, when we talk about job analysis, each position, maybe a HR manager, maybe a marketing manager, maybe even a simple driver. What is the job entails? Job analysis is nothing but what the job entails. What is the knowledge that job requires? What is the skill that job requires? What is the competency that job requires? What are the other abilities probably that job requires? Okay, now take any position, whichever position you take, we'll go back. When you are going to theoretically, job analysis means you take a job, even including what India, a particular job, or you are an HR manager or a supply chain manager or a marketing manager or a simple driver or an accountant, whatever you call it. Okay, this is job. It is not X is an HR manager. Okay, first is we are having a job. The job entails some of the, so that the framework wise, the job entails some knowledge, the job entails some skills, the job entails some competencies, maybe other abilities. Let us take one position, whichever position. I'm audible to you guys online.
Those are the short disturbance.
I'm audible, clear, no disturbance.
You're audible, sir, but we still see some disturbances.
Yes, sir. Lot of disturbance.
If I stand here, am I clear? It's better for me if I can sit because of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you for making me to sit. Probably when we move it, it's so. Yeah, it should be like. Okay, now take an example. One position. Which position you want to take? You want to take only HR, being an HR class, or you want to take any other position? Sorry? All position. Okay, we'll try all position. So I'll give one position, other position you will be able to tell. Right? You understood. First, we understood the importance and meaning. Second, what job analysis means. Theoretically, we told you. Now, practically, as an experience, we have to take one position. Then only you can understand. Otherwise, it will be theory will go down. Which position you want to take? I worked out for you guys on the HR position. Do you like to go on HR and then take it to other positions? Maybe marketing. We can cover up all the positions. Don't worry. It will not take much of a time. Okay. Sir, just change the slides. Okay, now I'll change it from there. Change the third slide. Yeah, 1 second. So now can I get my laptop here, sir? Okay, no problem. Don't worry. So now again the framework for put it in a full screen, sir. So now the framework for understanding any job analysis, which we are going to touch now. Based on this framework, I'm going to give you what I prepared for HR position, and we can definitely work for any other position which you feel like. Unless you work one or two positions, it will be only theory. You will not be able to get into practicality. Okay. Now the theory which we are using for understanding the framework is what is a job is. Right, sir? Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay, guys. Now the framework which you know it. Take a HR manager, a marketing manager, or supply chain. What is the task he's going to do? What is the knowledge? Now here we are not talking about he or she. We are talking about the job itself. What is the job is containing? What kind of task is performed? What kind of knowledge is needed to perform the job? What kind of skill set is needed? What kind of abilities? What is the difficulty level? It's an initial difficulty or more difficulty. How many people have gone through that? There's a website called ONET. The Americans, they come up with the ONET. They completely, all the positions, they clearly classified based on that one. If you go to these Canadian people, they have the occupational job classification. Each position, maybe a fitter, tanner, marketing manager, advertising manager, for each position, they have exhaustive one. That's why when we go for an interview with American immigration or anywhere else, it's easy for them. They'll see whether you have that kind of task, knowledge, competencies, or difficulty. And then some kind of job needs more of a working condition and hazards. So all this framework have to be kept in mind while you are looking at the job analysis of a particular position. Okay, now this is again a theory. Come to, for example, I've taken HR based on this model. The model is what any job position requires what kind of job law. Yeah. Suppose you are going to be a production man in a factory. You are used to many of the machinery. You are involved in occupational hazard, right? Or some you are working in a chemical industry. Some of the pollutions are taken care of, but it is likely to affect you. A lot of cotton industry, a lot of managers working there are likely to get into asthma. So what kind of, these are the occupational hazards which are likely to have in that position, in that job. See, the issue is that once you have a clear-cut job analysis, job description, KPA, your selection becomes, immediate, easy, effective, and no way you are getting stuck up. Because your selection becomes competency-based selection. Your interview becomes competency-based interview. What questions you will ask in the interview will also be very clear to you. Otherwise, what's happening is that I'm trying to show that I'm the know-all. I can ask you any question. So it may be collaborate with the job requirement, yes or no. So the job analysis or job description, KPA, really takes the HR head as well as the functional head and the top management to have what kind of competency-based recruitment. Once you have a competency-based recruitment, it's a twin achievement. Employee is happy, attrition is like employee is happy. Why employee will leave? Employee is likely to leave for salary, but more so salary, I can see these days, middle level, senior level, the job role itself is a big issue. If people are leaving for 3 reasons out of 100%, salary is 1, what percentage? 30-40%? Job role, clarity, satisfaction of job is what percentage? Based on your own experience. But that's all. You guys will leave if the job is good, if the salary is given more. Maybe your generation is like that, right? 25% or 10% or 40%? Huh? Come on, guys, online guys. You are going to leave the job out of 3 variables. One is good salary. The second variable is that your job role is exciting, meaningful job, you're liking the job role, your boss is good, all those kind of second. Third is the company is good, brand name is good, I want to be associated with this company, or it will give a future position partner. Let's take 100% for all the 3 variables. Okay. First one, salary, how much, what percentage will be? Huh? 80% salary. Even if the job role is not okay, you will go hard. Okay. That may be a little extreme, right? Okay. 40%. Yeah, 30 to 40% I can understand. What is the second one? Meaningful job. What percentage you look for? 30 to 40, 40 to 50. Come on, online students.
Sir, I prefer 35% for the first 2 variables and 30% for the last variable.
So it's by and large going. So at least we can conclude this makes a significant effect in the employees sticking to the organization, right? Okay, you're leaving for a job, but let's make our life easy. That this makes it significant if the right job fit is there. Maybe salary fit and the role fit. The role fit makes a major role. Will people just leave? The role fit is not there just because there's an increase of 40% increase in salary. Suppose somebody calls me to come and be an HR manager in Excite Battery in what is that nearby, Oscar. We'll pay you 50 lakh rupees. Sir. But you have to come and work as an HR. Will I go and work? Tell me. Huh? I'm not asking you. It's different. All of you know me, right? You know my profile and background. Suppose somebody says that, sir, we just want you to come and sit here. We'll pay you 50 lakh rupees salary. The role is nothing but some of the interviews you have to sit in here, some of the salary bill you have to sign, all those kind of things, and you have to sit and report to the functional head there. Will I do that? Take up a job? Yes or no? It applies to you also. I mean, yeah, definitely. At the same level, I'm going as a HR director, group HR director, and they pay me 15 lakh. Will I go? No, both things, right? Salary also matters and the role also matters. So you don't say only salary. You guys also, if some better job is given, you're likely to get more exposure, more certificate courses in the future, or you're likely to get you are likely to get a global exposure. Will you take up that kind of job or not?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
When you're coming to the companies, for example, Google or Tata's, maybe the salary is not that great. Okay, market salary, not a great salary like Reliance or some new startup company will give. Will you go for that or not? When you know that you are likely to get a certificate courses, you are getting to get global exposure, go for that. So, okay, now coming back to that, he asked about occupational hazard. We went, come on. Section A. Go to the other. Okay. Now, this is the framework. When you are going to study a particular position, whether a HR manager position or a marketing manager position or a driver position or an accountant position or even a faculty position. Okay. Now, HR and faculty are easy for you to understand, right? Now, what is going to be the job analysis of this person? Probably you can use this kind of things to think in detail. Now let's take, for example, I've taken it in a brief manner for HR manager. What is going? So I'm saying acquiring, training, engaging, and retaining for productivity, maintaining. The job entails. It doesn't say that what the person has to say. The job. What is the job? Acquirement of people. What is the job? Training of people. What is the job? Retaining people. What is the job? Maintaining industrial peace. To avoid. This is one kind of job. Okay. Now the second thing is knowledge of labor law. We talked about knowledge. We talked about task. We talk about skill set and all this. What is the job entail? This position requires a good knowledge about labor law, good knowledge about the HR practices. Okay, 2. 3, negotiation. We talk about skill, knowledge, skill, abilities or competence. What is skill set? This position requires a lot of negotiation skill, a lot of persuasion skill, a lot of networking skill. What are the other abilities? What are the other abilities and which applies to all of you? If you try to see yourself in all 3 levels, what is my knowledge? What is my skill set? What are my competencies? Not many people I've seen very good knowledge, very good skill set, just because competency is lost. Especially leadership level, I've seen quite senior leadership level. We call it three kinds of knowledge: technical skill, human skill, conceptual skill. Okay. Now, when you grow up as a business head or a CEO or a leader or anything, you need not be good at all the functional skills, but you have to be reasonably good at human skill. Every time you cannot get irritated throwing people. When you have a tough time in your home, you cannot go and show to people. You have to have a real good human skill. And more than that, your conceptual skill. The problem may come, like take an IS officer. One day is a district commissioner. He can handle any sorts of problem. Next 1 year, he becomes an MD of a company, which he doesn't know. He picks up in a short time. Right. But some other time he puts a judge. Okay, all of you guys mute it. Hello, can you mute your? Unless you require to speak, please mute. Okay. Now he becomes a judge. So what I'm trying to say that when you're trying to become this thing, the third part of it, which most of you don't understand, I'm telling you repeatedly, purposely. I've seen a lot of my friends too good and functional, certificates, knowledge, maybe even to some extent good at skill set, but just because they are not competency. What is competency? He's not able to be firm in taking a decision. Okay, he's not able to handle the changes. He's not able to handle his boss. Handling a boss is also competence. There is a proverb called, you can never change your father or a boss. They'll be nasty. You have to accept it. Okay, now you cannot. How many bosses will change? And one of my friends is going to, don't quote me all my words outside the class. One of my friends says that every crow is black color. Okay. Okay, keep on changing. So keeping that in you have to, am I right or wrong? Correct. How many times you keep on changing, guys? You cannot change your father, so accept you cannot change your boss. Boss will be boss only. Okay. Maybe it's little variety here and there. Somebody is good in this and somebody is bad in that. You have to live with that. So there comes your competencies. You're too good. Take me. Otherwise, don't get into it. If you reach a level that I have a competency, I don't want to do it. Like to me, for example, if you take me, I don't want to. I don't want to become a CHRO or anything to anybody under anybody because I cannot handle it. I already lost that attitude. It's not good or bad. I'm like that only at this stage today. Probably 10 years back, I could handle everything. I wanted to sweep the floor to maintain the position to reach a ladder. I could have done it. So you decide. So what I'm trying to say that maybe a little gone. This is a framework. What is that? The job analysis says acquirement. Job analysis requires training. The job analysis to engage people. I just made it in short instead of going into a very detailed kind of thing. The job, that is an HR part of it. The second knowledge part of it is HR practices and labor law. That's knowledge part of the job. Then coming to skill set, this job requires negotiation skill, negotiation with the union people, negotiation with the functional guys, persuasion, networking with the government agencies, all those kind of things has got. Then there is also ability. This guy has to solve a problem. It's not a well-defined problem. It is not that you have your own old experience. Based on that experience, you solve a problem. Something may crop up which never you had in your life or never this post has got it. That is where conceptual ability comes. Your concepts are clear. Any problem, we'll always put you, when people put you guys on the roll, we'll say, guys, go and pick up the threads. Gather some figures. First, try and define the problem. Don't try to solve the problem. This is what expected from MBA guys, because we've gone through all this cross-functional knowledge, methods, and things like that. Any problem which can come up, which there is no experience for you, nor anybody can give you that kind of experience. You have to figure it out. Figure it out in how to define a problem. Once you successfully define a problem, then you have all the way to solve the problem. According to me, based on my experience, solving a problem is not at all an issue. We don't define a problem. You have a stomach ache, you are trying to give medicine for your headache. So the organization has got, maybe the structure is not a problem, or like you said, that union, like I told you last class, the IR at Manesar has happened largely. You can blame anybody. You can blame the union, you can blame the workers, you can say that nonsense. According to you, the problem has been not them. The management themselves are responsible. So if you know to define a problem, so you are trying to solve a problem of a union guys, trying to persuade them, negotiate them, or bribe them, or put them in the jail, treating them as a problem, right? Where the problem has been you guys, we guys. We allowed that kind of situation. We over complied or less complied. If you remember that case study, right? So this is what you meant to say. When you talk about job analysis, you look for then the difficulty level. There are some courses, the difficulty level of acquiring knowledge or handling labor law may be less or level. So some places there is a multiple union, some places there is a single union. So the difficulty level comes down. The job analysis for HR manager for a different place could be different. Small setup, single union or no union, you don't have a big job analysis. There are three unions in a big textile industry, 1,000 people, 2,000 people. Then your problem is multiple. We have to handle with 3. So this is the job analysis part of it. Clear? Now, taking this one, let us take another one. Now, you want to take about the faculty, you want to take about the administrator or legal, or you want to take about the marketing management or supply chain. Okay, marketing management. What is the job analysis? Come on, guys. What will you go for? What is the knowledge requires? Go simple. What is the knowledge requires for a job analysis? Okay, again, then you're jumping into 4th. Let us do systematically. Knowledge, skill, abilities, and communication, difficulty level. Right? That's what I always tell you guys. Work with framework. It will be fun for you guys. First, let's stick to knowledge. Sticking to knowledge, again, you have format. You have 4 feet. Correct. You just work smart, guys. Must have the product knowledge. Must have the customer knowledge. Must have the competition prevailing the knowledge. Correct. Are we covering up everything or not? Must have the social media knowledge. Must have the digital role in marketing. Good. How many knowledge? I said knowledge about the product, knowledge about the consumer, knowledge about the customer. This is all you are studying in your marketing, right? Knowledge about the competition prevailing, knowledge about the future trend happening there, knowledge about your social media and digital marketing compared to the traditional market. Is it enough? Enough or not enough? Come on, online guys. We are trying to work out the job analysis for a marketing position. Let's work out for 3-4 positions. Okay. Am I audible? Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are audible, sir.
We cannot hear anymore.
Yeah, now you went on mute, sir.
Sir, I can't hear you actually.
Sir, we can't hear you.
Even screen got stuck, sir. Like there's nothing moving on, like even in on screen.
Can you hear me now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yeah, now we
Yes,
can.
sir.
We
Now
can
you're
hear
audible.
you.
Sir,
I can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay, I think still I have to go far away from you guys and come to the. Okay, come on. No problem. Now we are talking about the marketing manager's job analysis position, and I streamlined your group here to think in a framework manner. Otherwise, they were going a little drifted here and there. First, I said knowledge. When it comes to knowledge, I said go back to your marketing manager Kotler's book. Kotler is talking about 4P: product knowledge, customer knowledge, consumer knowledge, competitor knowledge. Maybe now you can add on your social media, digital media knowledge and things. That's enough for a marketing manager position. Right. Now, what is the skills the marketing manager needs? Okay, you write down. You are saying that presentation style. Does it come in competencies and abilities or skills? What you are saying, presentation and all comes in your competencies and abilities. Okay, you can work both towards. Okay, am I right or wrong? You can disagree with me. Your presentation or persuasion, talking to consumer and all could be a competency. What is the skill set? Able to promotion of the product. Able to design a product mix.
Problem solving.
Problem solving and all will come in your abilities and competencies. So you better work with both together. So it's easy for you. You said presentation, problem solving comes under your abilities and competence. Skill set, you said branding. Huh? Again, negotiation, there also it comes. Negotiation comes, your branding comes in. You are working out the schemes, product scheme or branding schemes. Your ability to project more in social media. Your ability to have a digital in social media. Okay, or your ability to have a digital separate and social separate. This all will come under skill set, right? Again, name it. What all we said, skill set.
Confidence about the product.
First of all, strategizing. Second, segmenting. Use all your theory. You studied, right? You studied strategizing. You studied segmenting. You studied branding. Correct? You don't have to borrow here. That's the advantage of doing MBA, right? As long as your mind is clear, work like it, fun. Otherwise, you will talk like an unprofessional guy, right? Going back to skill set, use again, go back to your marketing professional. Strategizing, segmenting. This guy should be able to strategize to improve my segmentation. This guy should be able to think about a proper STP. STP you studied, no? Studied or not, STP? Marketing, how many classes covered? They should have covered by now. STP is segmenting, targeting, positioning. When you are going for any market, you are going to see which market I'm going to segment, where I'm going to target, how I'm going to position. This all will come under the skill set of a marketing manager. Marketing managers, according to the first skill set, is ability to do STP, segmenting, targeting, positioning, ability to do branding, ability to work out a skill and this thing for a social media effectiveness. 3 things. Don't you think the 3 skill sets will take it to a large extent? If you work on STP, if you work on digitalization and social media, if you work on your branding, which is covered in the second part, what else? What are the other skills? Whatever you guys said comes under the abilities. You said 2-3 skill sets. What are the skill sets you said? Well, presentation skill, negotiating skill, convincing, effective communication with the customer or your bosses or a board meeting. Even if you have to get approval from your own bosses. Communication doesn't mean that only with your customer or consumer. Your boss is also for you one big target group. You have to handle them. You want a scheme. Unless you present them effectively, they will not even listen and they will not accept it. So have you covered it up? For a marketing manager position, you have 4 knowledge level is set it. Probably 3-4 skill set we set it. Probably we have some abilities and skills like that. What could be the other difficulty level? More traveling needed. 20 days this guy have to travel. He cannot say that every week I'm sick, my mother is sick, my wife is sick. All this kind of stories cannot help it. Your job is like that. You have to travel 15 days, 20 days, inside or outside, around the globe. Now the people are going to Singapore in the morning and coming back in the evening, right? Do some kind of work and come back. It becomes a really routine way of working. Within Asian countries, you can go to Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, all those countries. You go in the morning and back night, come back to night to sleep. There's no need. Company is not going to allow you to stay in a hotel and pay for all your expenses. Okay. And they also want you to work in the flight itself, the airport itself, come back. So the job requires extensive traveling, assertive traveling. So you need stamina. If you are a weak guy, no, I cannot travel. I only to a day for a day I come back. I cannot again pack my suitcase and go. Jolly well keep your suitcase ready, man. There's no need. Even if you see me, all my suitcase is ready with a particular. Your shaving box, everything is ready there. You don't have to take care to that. The suitcase is ready always. It's refilled. Even my people help in the house and my wife also used to it. The suitcase will be ready. They don't know when you are going. But your suitcase will be ready. Just try it and go back. So what I'm trying to say is that the difficulty level, 4th level. Marketing, HR may not require that kind of, right? But marketing requires 15-20 days internal travel, outside travel, untimely working. Okay, these are the difficulty levels of this. And when it comes to more, it's a new product, new market, or old product. In the old market, the segmentation should increase, market share should go up. This all will become an issue when it comes to the last point. So this all will be captured in the job. Now, if I have to summarize it, how will I summarize it? I will summarize it, and you guys have to summarize. Job analysis for a marketing manager position. The knowledge required for this position includes product knowledge, customer knowledge, consumer knowledge, competitive knowledge. The position requires knowledge about digital and social media. These are the knowledges they needed. They also need a lot of knowledge about marketing strategies and practices used in the marketing manager position. One part is done. The skill set is concerned. This person is able to see the STP part very well. This person should be able to fix up a product mix and branding scheme along with the STP in comparison with the customer. Skill set is over. The abilities and competencies requires a lot of persuasion, negotiation, presentation with not only with the customers and your board members and everybody. 4th point up is that this position requires a lot of traveling inside and outside. A lot of stamina, steadiness requires. Have you concluded it? Clear or not? Okay. Now I want you guys to conclude for another position. Which position we take? First, I given you the basic framework. Second, I given simply about some HR and marketing in front of you worked out. It's not that I come prepared. I worked out in front of you, right? So now let's take one position you people work out. Which position you all of you want to work out? Your choice. Online guys, which position you want to work? Hello, online students. Hello.
The quality head.
Quality. Okay. Okay, work on quality, no problem. I'll listen, come to back to you. You guys, which position you want to work? All of you good. Okay, take 2-3 minutes. All of you work online. Offline students are going to work on supply chain. Online students are going to work on quality, or you want to work one more thing also, you can work. And you want any hint, or I will give you points or no points? You work correct. No, you got enough approach, right? And nothing difficulty. You work in a smart manner. Same way I summarized it. Knowledge, skill, competencies, difficulty. 4 level, you put 3 sentence also, your job analysis clear. Once you are ready, let me know. We can start.
Can you repeat the parameters you just said? Knowledge, skill sets.
Knowledge, skill sets, competencies and abilities.
Yeah.
4 and other difficulty levels or specific requirement of a job, like you have to go through some risk of traveling more or some hazards while working in that position, or you are a pilot, you are getting to more risky of flying and getting into the sea. 4 levels, right? Just for each one you put some 2-3 points. You try, I'll make it easy for you, don't worry. Ready, guys? Offline. Okay. Who would like to say? What is it? You are talking about the supply chain, right? Supply chain, what is the knowledge need? One at a time. Come on. Okay, girls. 3. Come on, try. Then I come to your bench. Come on. Okay, let's go one by that bench itself will come one by one. Okay, started. Entire manufacturing till it delivered to the consumer, that knowledge should be there. Oh, then he is more like a CEO, yeah. More than that. Okay, okay. We understood. He says overview is for a supply chain manager guy, a basic overview knowledge about manufacturing till it is delivered to the customer. That is one very broad level. Okay, that bench only, that side. Anybody like to add knowledge? Sorry? Food testing knowledge. Forecasting. Okay, yeah, forecasting. Okay, good. Forecasting logistic. Will it come under knowledge or a skill? Questioning you. But no doubt, good point, he raised it. Where it comes, we'll figure it out. Forecasting and somebody is writing somewhere else, whatever he says. Who can write it? Yeah. Will you take? What he said is forecasting, vendor management, logistic, vendor, logistic, forecasting, and geographical knowledge. You're writing now all the point. Okay. And he said the macro level, manufacturing till up to the customer. Okay. Let's write it, then we'll summarize it. Okay. Your bench, sir. Second bench. What is that knowledge for a supply chain manager position for a job analysis? Okay, he says distribution knowledge. Okay. What is the need? Okay, more of a marketing kind of thing. Need analysis and the distribution analysis. Okay, distribution one. You're writing everything right? Then we'll figure it out and make it short. Okay, madam. Second, third, fourth bench. Sorry? Sourcing, yeah. Yeah, sourcing strategy. Where do you start? Where do you... What do you mean by source finding? Where do we get the material? Sourcing, na? Sourcing the material. Procurement. He's saying that procurement. Sourcing means procurement. Negotiations, it comes. Acha, everything mixed up, right down. We'll break it down. She said, I want you guys to come to more closer. You are taking me diverse, right? Okay, guys, no problem. Come. Yes, madam, your bench. Basic requirement to end product. Okay, okay, done. Anything else, madam? Your side. Okay, last bench. Quality and assurance. Write down, sir. We'll eliminate. Good, bad, everything will eliminate.
I have just given my pointers
Please give.
online. I've just put it in the chat.
Yeah. Now, can you repeat, make it a sound, madam, so that they can also listen?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. You're talking about quality. Just hold on. For a second, yes. For quality, we'll complete the supply chain. They'll come back to quality, right? Supply chain, yes. Anybody's got any points to give? We will do both positions. One second, hold on. Let me conclude this. Okay. Online student, anybody who's got any point to say on supply chain job analysis? We'll come to quality also. Okay. Now, sir, you said something. Last bench. Quality, okay. Okay, this bench, sir. Quality control. Taken, yeah. Sorry? Okay, pricing knowledge. Okay, good point. Yeah. Rules. Okay, madam, DSU. Okay, yeah, good. Now you admit that, then I'll explain you. That's another. See, one book I read.
Global issues with respect to the supply chain, which will impact to supply.
Okay, global issues with respect to supply chain. Okay, great.
Logistics.
Logistics written. Market fluctuation. Okay.
Coordination.
Coordination with where? It's a very simple word, right? Very broad word.
Coordination with supply chain or the vendors.
Okay, coordination with supply chain and vendor. That coordination with supply chain vendor and all. Yeah. Okay, anybody covered your side? You said somebody said lean management, right? Okay, okay. estimation and costing of the product, yeah, which is coming nearer to specific supply chain point of view. Inventory managers coming into a specific job. You have been working, you are working in supply chain area. So that's why you're somewhere, right? Yeah.
For quality, we need to like collaborate with the maintenance team also, so the plant team. So that
You are talking about quality for supply chain. We are not yet started the quality manager job analysis. What are you saying? You are saying quality for supply chain, or you are talking about quality manager job analysis? Hello?
yeah, actually I mixed this. Sorry.
Okay, with 2 minutes, we'll close it. Then we are coming to quality position. Okay, guys, I listen to all of you. Where are you guys? Are you coming somewhere nearer or nowhere? First of all, as she asked, I salute her. That you must understand what is the position. Marketing manager, all of you have some idea. Supply chain is becoming, it's understood, not understood. Supply chain, somebody can say it's simply a marketing, material management post or purchase manager post or inventory manager post. What is the terminology for supply chain, man? It's a purchase manager, store manager, inventory manager, right? These are the terminology normally used. Yes, it is there, but it is much more broader than that. To give you an example, medicine is manufactured. Pfizer India manufactured a medicine. Okay. By the time this guy as a consumer, he consumes that medicine. Between the day it manufactured, the day is consuming, it travels through 2 years. Okay, mind-boggling that I can give you. Now, supply chain means it should be shortened to 6 months or 3 months. The product will get expired in 3rd year or 4th year. But the day it manufactured, got into godown, the day it travels here and there, wherever logistic vendor center and all this kind of thing, the day this guy consumes, it takes 2 years. Now, this is where the concept of supply chain has come into effect, which means it's very broader. You understand it should be consumed within 6 months or 1 year, which means there is some issues in vendor, some issues in procurement, some issues in dispatching. Many things are coming. One aspect of supply chain, how the product can be between the production, dispatch, consumed can be reduced a little. Okay, now the same product, you take a lot of medicines. We call it APA, active paracetamol ingredients. The salt may be same, but the names are different. The efficacy may be, efficacy means the effectiveness of the medicine may be 95 to 100%. But the MRP is too high. One medicine, crocin, let us take it. One medicine, let's take crocin, for example. Crocin, I can sell it to the customer, which MRP of say, how much it may be? 50 paisa, 1 rupee? 3, that's okay, thank you. 3 rupees. 3 rupees, I'm selling to my customer crocin for 3 rupees. The ingredient is paracetamol inside. If something else comes, some advanced crocin or some cartel, whatever name it comes, that is getting sold it for 10 rupees. The medicine is same. I mean, to a large extent. The efficacy is also, maybe this may be 99%, that may be 97%. So the supply chain guy is supposed to provide the right MRP, right quantity to the right customer. Okay, in other words, procuring the right quality at right price, at right place, and delivering it in right time. Could be one of the job of a supply chain, right? I'm not coming to the knowledge and skill. So let's dissect in that way. So all of you are little difficult because you don't know about the job of supply chain. Are you getting towards what is the supply chain job now? So there are 2 dimensions. One dimension is that the reduction time between production till to be reduced so that it's a national wastage. Lot many things can be reduced through good supply chain practices. 2 is that the consumer get the value for good price. I'm not saying that reduce the price, but don't give a high-end product. Like I was in one of the hospital. How many of you from Bangalore? Most of you? Are you aware of the Bangalore? There is one, Kant station, there is one CSI hospital, I suppose. One medical superintendent has come. He said that I wanted all the pattern medicine. We call it pattern medicine, general medicine, OTC, over the counter. I said, sir, doctor, why do you want that? I mean, crocin can be sold it to 3 rupees and you want an alternative of pattern. Pattern means 10 years. Others, Pfizer has come with a medicine, which nobody else can copy and manufacture. Okay. So that guy will sell it for 25 rupees. Now I said, your patients coming to the hospitals are very poor, needy, economical people. Now, why do you want to give? Now, why do people, Indians, say they prefer to go to US for a treatment of cancer or something? Any idea? Are they great? All those machinery, yeah, they have a lot of machinery, but in Indian also, we have all the technology and everything. All our doctors are competent or not competent? More competent. Even there also, our competents are doing a great service. Then why do people go from here to there? Any guess? Well, it's very expensive, but still people like to go there to get treated. Why? They trust. You don't trust our own people here. No. Huh? There could be many reasons. One single reason is that those guys, US guys, don't compromise on the quality of medicine. Like the way I say, general medicine, they will not go for. They will not go for 3 rupees gross. They'll go for 30 rupees gross. Here, our culture, jugadgiri, no? Right? It is all gone in our blood, you know. So, ek rupees bhi dega, usme we will negotiate. Can you give it for 40 rupees? You know, all those kind of. We don't see which company is manufacturing and all. That's a single difference according to me. I made a small study. There could be many reasons, I'm not saying, but single reason for more success rate in US is they don't compromise on the medicine bought through the right sources. That's again a supply chain. You buy through the right kind of supply chain. So now coming back to that, what is the knowledge level of the supply chain? Supply chain knowledge should be, you be able to know about the various product specifications, various vendor specification, various procurement sources, various logistic level partners available, various warehouse things available. So knowledge about product specification, knowledge about vendors procurement of it. There could be some of the raw material which is available only one or two places in the whole world. China is having some of the raw material, only one country has got raw material. So coming back to knowledge, the supply chain knowledge is knowledge about the product specification, knowledge about where from it can be sourced at a cost-effective, quality-oriented manner. That knowledge you must have. You must know about, you got the material, but you don't know how to source it, how to send it to the logistic level and vendors in timely at a cheaper level kind of. So the third knowledge is that knowledge about the logistic in terms of vendors, in terms of warehouses, in terms of movements. Even many companies, they fail because of the vendors. Today, Reliance is able to beat Amazon, you know that. On how? On warehouse. The supply chain warehouse system becomes so effective, they're able to take a big strike on the Amazon guys. Amazon guys are losing too much on the return policies, again coming from warehouse to this warehouse, that warehouse, all those kinds. So this is why supply chain is becoming more important topic today. So coming back, we are not teaching supply chain. We are getting carried away with supply chain. Okay, now knowledge about product, knowledge about where the market should be sourced, knowledge about where it can be, logistic partners can be worked out, where the warehouse can be worked out, knowledge about how the return policies and things like can be worked out. Knowledge about global market, about knowledge about the competitors, how they are moving the supply chain here. So finally, knowledge about procuring the right product at the right place at the right time. Like for example, Apple, how many countries they are getting? iPhones. Maybe software designs could be done in US, marketing design by US, manufacturing done from China, some of the raw material given. All those things have to be procured and done in time to make it available everywhere. So coming back to so this is all a practical talked about. Theoretically, how do you write it? Knowledge about product sourcing, knowledge about product specification, knowledge about vendors, knowledge about logistics, knowledge about movement of things, the transportation costs and all that. That is about the supply chain knowledge, right? And reaching the customer in time at a less cost with more value. This is the one. Two. And the second thing would be obviously the competitors' practices of working in the same market. That's the second level. Third could be the knowledge about using extensive applications, software, technology. This supply chain is extensively now your IT. It cannot be done that here I'm seeing the vendor is getting, each one has got us. So extensive knowledge about the IT, applications, softwares, global technologies available. So let's keep it only 3. Are we covering, sir? Operation guy. Are we covering it or not? You'll give me marks or not? Okay. Online guys, supply chain knowledge we concluded after 15 minutes discussion, only 3 knowledge, which is extensive. knowledge about product, knowledge about sourcing, knowledge about logistic, knowledge about vendor, knowledge about finally reaching to the customer in time with a less cost and all those things. 1. Knowledge about competitors' practices, knowledge about how the competitors are creating this thing. 2. 3. Knowledge about the extensive IT software systems and everything so that this function can be integrated. Have you concluded? Is it clear now? Now are you clear with the definition of supply chain management to some extent? So it is not only procurement. Yes, it is procurement. It is not only inventory control. Yet it is inventory control. It is not only warehouse management. Yes, it's inventory. It is not only moving from here to that. Yes, it is. But all those things to be integrated with, like he said, sourcing, keeping that customer in value, the right value, right MRP, short time. It's a very interesting subject. In other words, it's a total management. It requires marketing management, it requires procurement, it requires all this. Okay, now we come back to the skill sets. All of us are through, right? Supply chain job analysis. What is a skill set? Again, obviously, the skill sets. Can you read it? Yeah. Have you used any of the knowledge, or only they are using our knowledge? Let me see whether your currency is up to date or our currency is up to date. He's with me. Come on, yeah. What all they said? Yeah, forecast. Oh. Quality and all doesn't come under the supply chain, guys. Quality is the guy who's producing takes care of it, right? This guy get the right product at right place or a right time, right value, right price. Supply chain is one simple definition. Yeah, it's taken by the production guy. You have taken it. The amount of time you are going to spend on finding out the logistic. Can I send it through air? Can I send it through ship? Can I send it here? Can I have my own warehouse? Or can I borrow, join with somebody's warehouse? That becomes your core job. Quality will test it, but that is not a core job. Somebody is quality tested and then only you're procuring it. Correct. It requires, but the extensive way of you are working on the logistics and warehouse and controlling the cost and transport, that much will not be. It is taken by some other process. You are not picking anything items. Somebody, your production guy or marketing guy, are cleared it. This vendor audit is done, you can pick up. Okay, now we covered everything by and large. Okay, skill set. We are talking about skill set. What could be the nice skills? Strong negotiation skill of procuring from the right place. Okay, where right place? Strong negotiating with the vendors, negotiation with the warehouse guys, negotiation with the logistic guys. So it's a strongly negotiation. One skill. What is the next skill? Sorry? Networking is vendor management. Yeah, handling. So networking is it comes under vendor management. Also, when I say negotiation with vendor, negotiation with logistic guy, negotiation with the warehouse guys. Networking also comes in that. Networking and negotiation comes one skill. What is the next competencies? Extensive computer knowledge, IT skills. You should be able to work any moment, every moment. Which product, where it is dispatched, how it is lying down. What is the expiry date of that product which when he is dispatching? He is dispatching the short expiry. In 6 months or 1 year, it's going to dispatch it. Once you reaches, you paid the bill. So do you have that kind of knowledge to check that kind of? So we can say IT knowledge and skills. If very strong IT knowledge and skill with multi cross-functional kind of second skill. What is the third one? See, when you see all this kind of thing, when you're going to interview a guy, the questions will come easily. Otherwise, what general question? Tell me about something about yourself. It's all okay. Then when I know I'm going to recruit somebody for a supply chain manager, which are the technical skills you have? Which are the IT skills you have? I'll start asking that question. In fact, it's not an interview. It will be a discussion. Probing. Correct. So in the name of interview, we'll get into last and then getting a wrong candidates. We kill that candidate's life also. We kill our industry life also. Okay, that is what we are trying to do. Okay. Now skill one, two skills. What are the other skills?
Physical and mental fitness, just as you said, like traveling is very important for that particular job.
Okay, that probably will come under the third category, abilities and competencies and other requirements. Right? abilities and competency, other requirements, you should be able to travel at short notice. You should be able to, do untimely meetings. You're dealing with vendor in US or China, different timings, different kind of things. You cannot work 9 to 5 kind of things. Okay. So the skill set is, what is the other? We set only 2 skill sets. Can we add 1 or 2 more skill sets?
Accounting knowledge.
You can say yes, techno-commercial knowledge. Yeah, very good skill set. This guy should have a techno-managerial commercial acumen. Good. Third is that this again will go into knowledge, international taxation and statutory knowledge about it. But like, what are the other things you talked about? The third skills now, right now, negotiation, IT skill. The third one just now we talked. Techno-commercial acumen. You must have like a conceptual skill. I said this guy should have technology. He can't say that I'm a supply chain manager. I know about supply chain, but I don't know about how to purchase a raw material for a rubber manufacturing industry. I don't know about it. On the other side, I know all about rubber. I'm a very good food technologist. I know everything, but I don't know how to calculate the costing. How much it will come landed, Bangalore or Delhi. So that is what I said, techno-commercial acumen. So negotiation, how can you do negotiation? Unless you have a techno-commercial acumen, right? So let's keep it only 3 skills. So we have some 3 knowledge, 3 skills. Now, what are the abilities and competencies? Like you guys said, traveling, communication, yeah. Communication, good. What are the other abilities and competencies? Decisive, being very decisive. I mean, sometimes the offer comes, you take it or leave it. Maybe next day the prices goes up. Are you able to decisive and do that? Or still deal? I'll think over, I'll discuss with my bosses and things like that, right? In day or 2, prices either comes down or goes up like anything. They have a insurance call it hedging, no? Hedging is taking care of too much of fluctuation. Okay, so that is the one. What else? Risk management, yeah. Yeah, this guy should be good at risk. What are the skills we are taken? Traveling, communication, decisive, and then ability to handle the risk management. Is it enough? So now we have talked about the supply chain. We talked about simple HRM, marketing management, supply chain. You guys online, you want to talk about quality? Come on. Now you are online. You will talk, we will listen.
Sir.
Yeah.
So this is Mansi, and I have written about quality head.
Can you read it?
Yes, I'm reading.
You read for what is the knowledge needed for a quality head job analysis? Yeah.
Yes, knowledge of quality parameters, experience of ISO standards and audits.
Please go slow, one by one. One is knowledge about
quality parameters.
Quality parameters. Okay. One knowledge about quality parameters, number 1. Number 2, go very slow like this.
Yeah. Experience of ISO standards.
The person should know about ISO and other international standards. Okay.
Standards.
Yeah, okay.
And the audit procedures.
Sorry? Audit procedures. Okay.
Yes.
Now, good. I hope you are working in quality. You are stick to the point. You are sticking the nail at the head. I'm happy. Audit procedures knowledge. Okay, good.
Difficulty levels. I'm saying Lean Six Sigma certifications.
Yeah, you have the best practices like Six Sigma, all those kind of practices knowledge, so that you can see this one. Yeah.
Then I say risk assessments.
Assessment, quality assessment.
Yes.
Okay.
Experience in the applications of business process management.
This comes under skill or knowledge?
Yes, this comes under skill, sir.
Skill, yeah. Now let's conclude the knowledge. You said very well. One, you said quality parameters.
Yes, sir.
Okay. ISO standardization.
Yes.
Second, third.
Audits.
Auditing procedure. Third. Fourth.
Lean Six Sigma and risk assessments.
Okay. All 3 I agree. One I can add. Best practices like Six Sigma. Okay. When you go to the quality parameters, till general, you are an expert, get into that. GMP, GLP. What is GMP? All of you. Good manufacturing. There is a good document given on quality, good manufacturing practices. Good GLP is what? good laboratory practices. So I'm only adding to your that first point when you talked about quality parameter with sorry. We are concluding the knowledge. We are concluding. Hello, all of you. Just muted those who are not speaking. Okay, coming back to that 4 knowledge level. Quality parameters inclusive of GMP, GLP. Auditing procedure, international auditing procedures, starting from ISO to very high level. 2. What is the third one, Cecil? Audit process, I've taken it already second.
Yes, sir. Risk assessment, sir.
Sorry?
Quality risk assessments.
Risk assessment. Risk assessment about third. Okay. Basically, you come to 3 knowledge level, right?
Yes,
Anything
sir.
more? 3, right? 3, or you have anything else to go? Knowledge about what is QA/QC, madam? What is CAPA, madam? Since you are a quality guy, I'm just grilling you more.
Corrective actions.
Huh? So knowledge about QA, quality assurance and quality control. What is CAPA? What is CAPA? Corrective action, preventive action. Okay, let's close only that. 4, 5 points. Knowledge about quality parameters, including GMP, GLP. Auditing knowledge from ISO to the whichever best practices prevailing in that one. 2, 3, we talked about the knowledge about the QA/QC, CAPA in ensuring the quality parameters. 3. That's all. Everything is covered here. Audit we already taken second. Risk management will come and more probably will come under the skill set. 3. Okay. Now let's move to the skill set. Online guys, I hope you are with me.
Yes,
Or
sir.
I'm on your line. I concluded 3 knowledge requirement for a QA positions. Right. Now what are the skill sets?
Data analyzing for quality improvements.
Sorry?
Data analyzing for quality improvement.
Good. Very, very highly integrated data analysis. Okay. Integrated data analysis for ensuring the quality assurance at every stage. Correct. No, sorry. 7 QC tools analysis. I think those who are not into quality don't get into bogged down. Just have a knowledge. I'll pick up. I know I can see you guys going. Okay. But it's good to learn something. Nah? Nothing wrong in that. Okay. Okay. But today everybody talks in terms of QA, QC, CAPA, learning knowledge. What is your learning curve? I was in one of the meeting and one big guy is a big chairman. You mess up anything, he will not. One of his style is that you mess up anything in the laboratory or anywhere, he will not fire you if you go and say, sir, this is my kappa, this is my learning curve. I messed up and it has gone for a waste. And this guy will not even raise his head and ask you. But if you try to beat him the bush around, he will give you tough time. If you go, sir, this happened, this was intention, this is what happened, this will be the corrective action, this will be the preventive action, this is the learning from this. Simple document. This is as per the quality document only. These 3-4 words. Corrective action, preventive action. What is the learning out of this? So all of you should learn because everything tomorrow it's going to be whichever job you are going to be. The quality is going to be. It's not a quality. It's a separate department. Like HRI said, it's not going to be a separate department. Quality is not going to be a separate department. All of you, whichever job you are there, you will be cornered with all this QA, QC, your quality parameters. Okay, skill set. What else? Integration of all those software skill, knowledge of us. Okay, what else? What are the skill sets?
A deep knowledge about the raw material and the quality of material. What is used?
No, not knowledge. We are talking about skill set. You can say skill about analyzing different materials with different, practices and technologies. Every material requires a simple cardboard box requires some material. Both raw material and the finished material have to be tested quality, right? As all of you know. And then test it, yeah. Test it, yeah. So basically, understand, validating. The right word is validate. Validating the quality parameters as per the prescribed parameters, whether it is raw material or it's a finished product. Okay, let's not complicate. It's a very complicated subject. Many of you lose interest. Now, we concluded everything? Done? By and large, you don't have to know much about it because you are not studying quality, but we are studying many things in supply chain quality and everything. Okay, now clear about job analysis, right? Now understand the different important. Now, why are we doing all those things? If you do this thing, then you are likely to recruit the right kind of guy. One step. Now, is it end up it? And the sources you can go through is there is a one O-level network. If you go through the US one, different positions, you have different things. You go to the Canadian one, job classification, they got different kind of ones. In Indian also, people they've started coming. They're not giving you job analysis, but they started giving job description. Okay. Now, you know what do you mean by job analysis? What a job analysis would typically look for 3-4 posts, and you also know the parameters or framework to look at the job analysis. Knowledge, skill, competence. Is that clear? So the questions you will be able to theoretically, practically answer. The question comes, please work out a job analysis for an X position, finance manager, based on the model. Or the short question could be, please discuss about the parameters could be used for undertaking a job analysis. Okay, you will be able to answer all this kind of question. Or you can say the simple question could be, what are the benefit and the scope of job analysis? How do you define benefits? 3-4 questions can come, you will be able to answer it. Now, what is the next level? From here, it goes to job description. Okay, now what do you mean by job description? Sorry? Now, what is job description? All of you must have got a job description, right? What is the difference between job analysis, job description? Job analysis per se talks about the job. Job requires this. This knowledge requires, this skill requires, and this ability skills. Job description is that incumbent who is going to come, whosoever person is going to come. It's more or less job description, but maybe little different. For example, read. What is that job description for the HR guy says? He is responsible. There the job entails. Here the person who comes in, gets into that shoe, is responsible for the whole gamut of HR practices. Maybe recruitment, training and all. Maybe responsible for implementing all the best HR practices. The incumbent, he or she, there the job is a job, just hanging. But from job, it translates into job description. It becomes a responsibility to that person. Here in case of HR guy, he says he's responsible for the whole gamut of HR and maintaining IR, compliance of labor law, safety and employment. I put it in short sentence. The responsibility comes in. You are responsible man. So from here, we'll go back to further to KRE and to KPE. Like from job analysis, this class is very important. Please understand it's more of an experiential kind of one, which no book will give you this kind of practical analysis. Is it difficult to understand? No, I don't think so, right? Right. Yeah. Now, job description is he is responsible. He or she is responsible. The incumbent is responsible for the whole discharge of HR function like this. That is one. Then job description also talks about whom he will report. Who will report to him? In this case, I written he will report to the director HR. And there are so many senior managers who report to this guy. Job analysis doesn't talk about all those things. Whom you are going to report, who will report to you, what kind of support given to you, nothing like that. Job is like this. It's like it's just a fixed kind of thing. The job as on today is like this. It may be dynamic tomorrow, but today this is a job intent. So here you talk about this thing. Then this guy is also custodian of statutory documents representing management in the court and his roles. So one is his responsibility. Job description talks about responsibility. There are 3 framework which is coming here. One is it talks about responsibility, responsible for compliance of labor law, responsible for recruitment, responsible for this thing. So all responsibility. Okay. 2 is reporting system, structuring system. Whom do you report? Who will report to you? What is your meeting system? What are your MA system? The second job description should talk about reporting system, structure system. Okay. Third should talk about your roles. What kind of roles? Your information taking role, your custodian of statutory roles. Okay. So in other words, job description, we can also have a 3 framework. Responsibility, reporting, and roles. If you think in that line, it becomes easy. Okay. Now, can you do it only for one position? The 3. 3 R's, right? Responsibility, reporting, and role. Let's take for marketing manager. Simple, easy one for all of you. What is the responsibility? How do you fix that job description on 3 R's? Let's put it 3 R's. You remember 3 R's, you'll be able to remember. Okay. One of you. Now we are all going to discuss about the job description for marketing manager with particular 3 headings: responsibility, reporting, roles. Okay, so that in our class we never drift. We always come back to the basics framework. What is the responsibility of marketing manager? Okay. Promoting brand. Small is beautiful. Concise. Come back to 3 sentence, 10 sentence. That's another thing you have to learn. Correct? Am I right? You learn, this will become your best competence in your life. Good. You are attempting. What's your name, sir? Your bald head is giving a lot of light. Good. Like the way in job analysis, I said, pick up the word from 4 P's. Here, what is the responsibility? What is your responsibility? Okay. Responsible for maximizing market share, maximizing my market segment. Okay. Getting a new market, improving sales in old market. We are talking specifically or not? We are not talking not same job analysis. Here we are talking about business sense. This incumbent is responsible for increasing the market share. Till now, I had 20%. Market share should go to 30%. Okay. Till now, I'm with this one segment. I should get into the new segment. Till now, I'm with 4 products into the old 4 market. I should increase the old market segment should go up. I should also get 2-3 new market. Is it taken care of or not? Responsible to get that minimum sales realization after providing for all the discount schemes and promotion, everything. At the end of the day, you are here to give me money. Huh? You can come with all sorts of promotion, scheme, discount, not at the cost of my house, right? Correct. Sorry, guys. I talk all the time like I'm a businessman and model. Correct. The 3. So the knowledge about what did we say about? He is responsible for maximizing the market share, market segment, taking away the competitor share, getting a big pie in the business. Okay. Getting a new market added. 1. Okay. 2. Working out a cost-effective branding and other schemes so that it gets into that. 2. Third, increasing the customer satisfaction index and the customer complaint from so much to so much. Is it talking clear or not clear? This is not like a job analysis. You can see the description comes out clear. Clear or not clear? The responsibility wise, let's stick to only 3. Responsible for maximization of market share, market segment, new market. 1. That's what I said. Small is beautiful. Guys, try to learn. Which will not come. Which will come if you are ready to do that. Take a pen and paper. Put all those nonsense thought comes to you first. Then go back to your theory. Bring back, use your theory terminology. It will be easy. And learn the skill. Market. Suppose your marketing share. What do you mean market share? You have in Bangalore 100% market share, 20% with you as on today. Are you not supposed to increase the market share from 20 to 30, 40%? Okay. Are you selling only in Bangalore and Belgaum? You are not selling in Bangalore. Are you not supposed to get into Bangalore and get me market? What is the theoretical word? Segmenting, market share. What is the terminology you read in market? I get more segment, more this thing. 1. That takes care of my business generation. This is again a leading indicator. How can I achieve the leading indicator without the lagging indicator? What is the lagging indicator? My brand acceptance level goes up. My customer satisfaction goes up. Okay. My customer complaint has come down. I'm able to hit at the competence. So second, so it's how it becomes very easy, and this no book can teach you, and you cannot mug and do. Think system, and please link up everything, whatever you studied from everywhere. That's why I am, wherever I go for academic revision of MBA, I don't recommend any more specialization like HR marketing. Everything you have to study. Rather, yeah, I'm trying to write a research paper on that. Any specialization has to be sector based. All the MBA students who study everything, HR, marketing, supply chain, finance, all, name it, anything that you study. Nothing like your choice of, I'm doing specialization in HR marketing. They have to specialize further in sector, IT sector, real estate sector, pharmacy sector, retail sector. Do it. But application of all those capstone into this one. Then you are a holistic, inclusive professional, right? Otherwise, you learn something, still you are detaching. You yourself given a stigma that I cannot do it. Anyhow, come back. Now, this job description responsibility is over. Reporting is clear. It's not a big rocket science. He will report to so-and-so. So-and-so will report to him. This will be the daily report, marketing report, monthly report, daily report, all those kind of things. Reporting system. Roles. What are the roles? Responsibility and role will look similar almost. It's similar. Customer-centric role. So, okay. His role is more of a customer-centric role. Okay. His role could be, come on. Maybe that, sorry? Yeah. So, no, we are talking about marketing manager. What could be the roles, different roles? If you say HR guys, roles could be HR role, employee concerned role, IR implementation role, statutory compliance role. There could be 3-4 roles like that. Marketing, what could be the role? Customer centric role. That could be one of the role. And then, collaborating with the production team to get a new product. That could be another role. Unless he comes back to tell the production team, then I want this packaging, this kind of things. So this role would be collaborating with the internal customer to come up with a new product, new package, new schemes. Customer centric role. Role is more dealing effectively with the this thing. Whatever skills you said that could be the role here. Dealing the vendors effectively, or even getting a good vendors, good distributor. Here mostly use the word as distributors. Vendor we use it in case of procurement. Here we use it. Getting a good distributor. So in that means, or if you are not having a distributor, if your organization is having own marketing setup, your role towards an employee champion, right? So the role could be, your role is more customer centric. Role is collaborating with internal people to come with the right product. Role could be your employee champion. If you have a big 1,000 marketing team working under you, you are not taking care of your team working with you. So these are the leading indicator which will achieve the first one, responsibility. The second one is it having a clarity. Who will report to whom? The third one gives it your roles. While doing that, don't miss all your roles, man. If you miss your roles, probably you'll miss your responsibility. Is it clear to all of you? So when you talk about job description, how it is different also, now you're getting it. Job analysis like this, job description is like this. Okay. Now, is it clear? Should we move to the other one or you want to break? Now we need to get into little more complicated KRA for this one and KPA for that. On the KPA, there are different models. The MBA based model, balanced course card model. Everything we have to clear it today. Whether you like it or not, we have to clear it. And you have a class, I also have a class today. I have to take 6 hours class. 1:30 to 4:30 also I'm addressing your other section. Okay, your suits. Okay, now is it clear to you? You be very clear with you. Now I'm going to extend this to KRA. How this goes to KRA. But it will be easy for you if you are clear with the job analysis, job description. I hope it's clear to all of you. Online students clear? Job analysis, job description separately and together on the difference. Online students.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Clear?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can take 10 minutes break. We are going to come down to KRA, KPA. And those who are still don't want to waste 10 minutes, go to your LMS. There's a PPT loaded in folder called 22. In that, there is a paper on all these folders are there, including KRA. Okay, otherwise wait, we'll open and study. Okay, done, carry on.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, sir, without keeping it for charge, I brought it. No problem.
Sir, we can't hear you, sir. I can't hear you.
No, sir, we can't hear you yet.
Yeah.
We do not hear you, sir.
Sir, might be you are on mute.
So not able to hear you, sir.
It doesn't look like he's on mute. It doesn't show that he's on.
So we can't hear you, sir. Have we started already?
No, we are not able to hear him.
I think he's fixing the issue, so I think we should wait for some time. No,
No,
sir.
sir. No, sir. We can see you, but we cannot hear you. We can see you trying to fix it, but we can't hear you.
No, getting this thing. Guys, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Now it's clear.
Okay, they are trying to fix it now. We gone to our own traditional system. Okay, okay. Just see this report. I'm not going to deal with you, but this folder is there. Just scroll it down. All of you can see it in LMS. Are you able to open LMS, or I'll scroll it down? This is a complete research report written on the job analysis. We are not going to deal with. Just I'll tell you. Just read that page number 9 and 10, 12. It gives exhaustively how do you go and do this job analysis. Can I roll it down for all of you? It is there loaded in the LMS. So this is basically they're taken it from OneNet. Okay. This is for the particular position of retail salesperson. You don't need to know so detailed. Just I'm giving you this report is available to you. They're taken it based on the task, how it's performed and things like that. Come down. This is how they've broken the task. This is how they've given the knowledge required for that retail salesperson. You can go and read it later on. Skills they've given. I'm just telling you this report is available. Abilities, how detailed they've done. It's a complete research. Then finally, they linked everything. This one at least you can read. Linking everything together. Knowledge, skill, abilities, and other factors. So see the summary, this page number 12. Retail salesperson is supposed to greet and assist customers, provide information about the store and merchandise, maintain a clean store, accept deliveries, restock, count money, complete cash. No, complete detail they worked out for this position. Okay, so this you can read it at your own. Then based on that, they also worked out the job description. This is one of the research student who's done it, very detailed. You don't have to do so much detail, but still. Okay, this is available, you can see it. Now we are going to our KRA KPI. Online, am I audible, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys, I have to sit here only till he sets. Okay, no problem, right? Okay, now we already talked about job analysis, job description. Now the next level is KRA. What is KRA theoretically? Key result area. Okay. Now key result area means what? You may be having tens of responsibility. You're responsible for market, responsible for branding, responsible digital. Let all those things brought down into 5, 6 or minimum KRA, which is achievable. Not that you write down 20, 30 points and nothing is achievable. Try and write down 5 or 6 or 10. Out of that, you also give weightage. Maybe 3, 4 KRAs accountable to the tune of 80%. See, people either they don't work out KRA, or if they work out KRA, they work out as if it is relevant, equivalent to job description. 2 or 3, they'll work out a KRA without any meaning. And before we working out the KRA, you must also know some of the tools. What do you know? There's a tool called must and wants. Must mean this has to be done. Wants is if this is done, well and good. So I call this model called must and wants. The second thing is I use the word, you can write down if you want. There are 3 models I use. Must and wants. Something to be done means done. Want is if this can be done, well and good. Then I use a word called quantity, quality, time, and cost. Quantity, quality, time, and cost. Any of your deliverable has to come in these parameters. What is the quantity I'm going to achieve? What is the cost in which I'm going to achieve this? With what time work I need to achieve? Now, for example, you want an example. You take an example of, say, HR guy. He has to recruit 20 salesmen within 1 month. 1 month is a time. 20 salesmen is a quantity. Cost is he cannot spend more than 5 lakh rupees for whether it's social media, advertisement, and all those kind of things. Qualities, you should have worked out all this job analysis, job description, KRA, KPA, competency-based recruitment. So this kind of framework again should come up when we think about the KRA. Quantity, quality, time, and cost. The simple one is must and want. This is detailed. All of you know about SMART, right? What is SMART? What is SMART? SMART, S-M-A-R-T. A-R-T. What is SMART? Strength, weaknesses, okay. SWOT. I'm talking about S-M-A-R-T. You are a smart guy. What is a SMART? Specific.
Simple, measurable.
No, not simple. Specific.
Specific, measurable.
Achievable. Realistic.
Yeah.
Time bound. Have we covered all the words?
Yeah.
Not simple. Specific.
Specific.
Measurable. Achievable. Realistic. Time bound. Each word carries a lot of objectivity. Okay. So you must have some sort of framework for anything and everything, right? So the KRA fixation also, before we get into that one, number one, I said, don't have many KRA. Number two, keep in mind some of the models. There's one more model called MBO. What is MBO? I will not tell you, all of you go through your mobile. What is MBO? Management by objective. Online, please go through MBO. You got it? McGregor's MBO. Management by objective. Yeah. Here he gives about objective achievement, subjective achievement. You know, there could be objective achievement, there could be subjective achievement. For example, more quite senior level position. Everything may not be translated into objectivity, measurable. Maybe more often subjective. So you should know where objective, where subjective. MBO means define a task, provide a for measurement system, take MIS, control, validate, and improve it. That is MBO. Define a task, collect data, measure it, validate, improve, and revalidate. That is MBO. So you have an MBO approach, or you have must and wants approach, or quantity quality approach, or you have this SMART approach, or the balance scorecard. Last time we have done it, balance scorecard, right? Like whenever you are doing any KRA, let's suppose a marketing manager or say for example, even HR manager, is he contributing to the financial benefit of the company? Is he contributing to the marketing benefit of the company? Is he contributing to the governance of the company? Is he contributing to the learning and growth of the company? All those four angles. How the KRA, once you create a KRA, you validate. Otherwise, it's theoretical. You will write any nonsense KRA. No? Okay, this, that, this, that. More of a job description, you'll write it. So why I'm telling all the framework like a chemistry? If you have the model, while writing, you will think, oh my God, this model, I written it many things. The KRA of a HR guy, he's not contributing anything to finance, or he's not contributing anything to customer centric. He's contributing only to learning process. Or you take up the marketing guy or finance guy, he's contributing nothing towards the learning and process. He's only contributing towards, not even contributing to customer. He's contributing heavily towards finance. Whereas the company today wants all areas. So there are 4 or 5 models. There could be a number of models. Let us stick to only 4 models. MBO, balance scorecard, quantity, quality, time, cost, SMART, or simple must and wants. That's one model. Have you written? I hope, I suppose. This is a framework. The other framework is that don't have many KRAs. Have few, 6, 7, 8, 10, or even the minimum 3, 4, so that it is achievable. The more you write it more, it is not achievable, right? Like the SMART, the word is called realistic. You fix some KRA, which is really achievable. You fix some KRA, then you yourself are diluting the whole thing. So the second framework, according to me, based on my own experience, try and keep minimum KRAs. Okay, now, okay, that's clear. Now, this is an assignment I have done it for one company, which has got a detailed KRA KPA for 5, 6 positions. Okay, which I've already loaded in your this one. It's out of my consultancy assignment. Let us take one position, how the KRA has been prepared for that company, that position. Then from there, we'll also go to how a KP has been prepared. Model I given you. So which position we'll take? We'll take as usual HR department or any other one?
HR.
We'll go to the HR. This first one is for the commercial manager one. All these folders are with you, make use of it. Okay, I've already uploaded. Second one is AGM, I suppose. Third one is business development. For this report, I charge 5 lakh rupees. Okay, make use of it.
Sure, sir.
I worked for them for 10 days. I charge 5 lakh rupees. Manager operations. Accounting guys. Yes, here you are. Okay, now based on that, we worked out some KRA. We also worked out KPA. What is KPA? Key performance. What is the difference between KRA and KPI? Yeah, what is KRA and what is KPI? KRA is something which is an area of contribution, recruitment selection, training and development, performance management system. Could be an area of concentration, ICA, area of contribution area, or the work your. What is KPI? Measurable numbers, dashboards, MIS, which means it has to be essentially number, objective, metrics. When we talk about KPI, it has to be number, it has to be objective, it has to be metrics. If it doesn't talk about that, then it is not a KPI. Right? KRA, I told you, try and keep the contribution area based on the job description only, your KRA. Well, KRA also try and keep minimum. I'm not saying that there's a rule called only you can keep 3 or 10 or 15. Don't try to unnecessarily. I've seen some of the companies, they write down 20, 30 KRAs. Then it's not realistic, right? Who will be able to achieve 20, 30 KRA and within each KRA some KPI? Try and keep it 80-20 kind of rules, which is more important for you. Okay. Then KPI is, it has to be metric oriented, it has to be number oriented, it has to be objective. Okay, now read this one. Here we are talking about a particular. We can also take about 1 or 2 other positions. There are 6-7 positions I have it here, but whichever position you want it, we can also discuss. First, let's go through this framework. HR guy, for example. Here we've already given his job description. Simple. See the wording. Read the wording. You also, like I told you in the first class, try to keep concise, beautiful, selected words. Small is beautiful. There's a good book called Small is Beautiful. How much drink to bring it in small? This is a job description. Clear? Read it? Is it clear? Are you anybody like to improve this? Sorry?
I didn't get my 6 picks. I was just
Also, you're not able to.
on 6. That should be fine.
Can you come in front?
That should be fine. I'll go back.
Okay. This is a job description which you are talking about. First class itself, we talked about transactional. We talked about strategic, right? All those things we taken care of. Now this is a job description. Now we are going to have a KRA. What is the first KRA? Manpower forecasting, planning, budgeting. Before recruitment, you have to do this thing, right? So by going through this also, you will understand HRM subject very well. From HRM, you will come to KRA KP. From KRA KP, you can also understand what are the functions come to the HRA KP. Now, according to me, the first things comes manpower forecasting, planning, and budgeting, right? Now that is a KRA, just one KRA. What would be the KPA? Prepare the manpower requirement forecast along with the budget and submit the same for approval to MD by end January, February, June. That is the target. I mean, you cannot keep on doing it. For every year, you suppose your budget starts from April. April to March is the mostly financial year, right? Some companies only they have January to December. Mostly Indian companies we have April to March. Okay. The international company they started having January period. Okay. Now, before that period, your manpower forecasting, your planning, your budgeting, everything should be prepared, which is not easy. You consult all the functional heads, you understand the business needs, business increasing, changing, requirement, closure, everything you have to see that. Then accordingly, how many man counts you want, which department. You prepare all those things and submit it by so-and-so date. If it is April, according to at least by, if the budget has to come out in April, overall budget from a company, this activity should be done at least by January, right? Then only the finance guy will be able to consolidate all the figures from everybody. So the KRA here is manpower forecasting. The KPA is to be submitted by January. Now take the second one, recruitment and selection. Here, there could be many KPA. What are the, just read it. For example, how many days you take to close a closure. Again, depends upon. You can't say standard. You don't go with the numbers I given 10 days. It's a tentative numbers. Maybe the salesman's level or a marketing levels, you may be able to give quickly in 10 days, 15 days. Maybe you're looking for a very senior level position, you may take even a month. Or even CO level, you take even a year. You don't appoint, still you don't get a right guy. So, but there has to be time. How much time you take to close it? And how much cost? Or you are trying to recruit a guy, you will say that I'm going to spend 10 lakh rupees, 15 lakh rupees. You know that some companies at the senior level position, only the reference. Once a recruitment is over, the final part is what? Referral check. Referral check could be how much? How much time it take, how much money it cost you. Can you imagine? How do you do recruitment? You have a job description, you have competence-based people, you source people from internal, outside, through social media, through recruitment, advertisement, everything you've taken it. You had a group discussion, interview, aptitude test, provoking question, stress question, all those things you selected it. Okay. Finally, there is one reference check. How will you do it? How much time will it take?
As far as I know, like with personal experience, usually it takes 2 to 3 weeks, and mostly companies give it to agencies.
Third party, yeah.
So I think we go to, or I don't know how they check, but then they do check with your previous organization,
Correct.
your educational institute.
Correct.
I don't know if I'm wrong.
No, you're right. That's the process normally. Normally, they give it to third party. And again, the reference checking, the more you get into senior level, it's more complicated. Like I said, like the first class, I said, lateral recruitment success rate is very less. And companies are getting more into reference checking. To this level reference checking, give to third party, which are the country this guy visited. What is his passport says. They go and they meet the vendors, colleagues, the 360 degree kind of things they are getting. So all those things. So one is here you are trying to say how many posts you are closing, how much time you are getting, what is the cost you are doing. The cost is taking care of the cost part of it. Quantity is taken care of, number of position closed in number of days. Take that ensuring selection tools that takes care of your quality. You can fill the post, without going to the quality. What is quality? Like you prepare a job description, it's all going to take a lot of time, right? It will take many things. Then you conduct all those kind of things, preparing KRA. So have you done everything through a quality in terms of having a policy, in terms of having a written test, interview, all those things. Third. Then the fourth is, are you giving the offer letter and things like that in time? The lot many companies, they closed it. I'm not saying in 24 hours, but they cannot wait for a month or 15 days. No? The good candidates, you go a lot of time in trying to select the best candidate. Good, fair enough. But you don't remember the best candidate is not depending on you. He is also working at 4 places, right? He is also working with you like 4 places. If you don't give the letter in time and bind that guy, most probably the whole exercise goes for a waste. Correct. This I've seen it personally. You want the best thing, very good. But you don't remember the best guys are not at your disposal. He's working for 4 companies and 4 companies are likely to give the same kind of offer or different offer. So the offer letter, everything should go in letter. And then I've seen in 1 or 2 companies, especially the marketing guys, they don't give the joining hits immediately. They join immediately means they have to give in some traveling advance, they give folders, the batches and things like that. They don't give. They take weeks, 10 weeks, 2 weeks. There itself attrition takes place. He recruited the guy, put him on board, but you are not given him the joining kit. You are not given him the traveling advance, things like that. So this first part of, now if you read all the 8, does it carry objectivity or not? If there is no objectivity, then it's not KPI. If you see the second one, 10 days, 30 days, you say third one, the cost one, 8.3, whatever figure I given, it's not a correct figure, just I given a tentative figure. And 100% usages of all the quality tools. And then offer letter and everything should be given 24 hours. Appointment letters could be given and ensuring 100% orientation, boarding and induction and all of it. So now you can see the difference between KRA and KPA. This is 1, 2 KRA KPA, we have touched it. Now see the third one. Building capabilities and organizational learning. Here I covered many things. Your training and development, your learning and development, your role clarity. Many things I tried to cover it in a single one. If you try to write it, it will become a number of KRA and KPA like that. So now you can see. In the KPA, I put it only 3. The KRA, we clubbed many things together. Okay, what is organizational capability? When you have a good resources, human capital, given a right kind of training, given right kind of procedures and SOP, all 3 becomes a good organizational capability. I recruited you because you have a value, you are a human capital, you have knowledge, you have skill, you can take decision, you can adapt yourself, you can do something. So to me, you are coming like a value, talent, capital. Okay. Then if I give them the right kind of procedures, the right kind of organizational training and development inbound, then all 4 together put together becomes an organizational capability. You come up with 100% value. By putting all together, your value goes to 1000%. So that is how we have to bring that organizational capability together. Okay. Oh my God. So you are entertaining all of us. Okay. Now see, read this one. Getting the staff training and faculty development budget prepared and approved. If you don't have a budget, approved budget, you will not be able to do it. Here, one thing is missing. You will not put the time. This is not a KPA, right? Number is missing. Getting the staff training and faculty development budget prepared, approved along with annual budget by January, February, March. Correct. Then only it becomes a KPA. Okay. Now, second, each core HOD and staff should undergo minimum this many hours of training, need-based training. If you believe in training, everybody needs a training, right? All of us need a training today. Today, though, everyone needs a training. You don't know. Somebody is totally, you guys are okay. Like people like us, the middle level, they may not be aware of the digital. They may not be aware of the social media implication of that. So they need to be given training. Those guys given more training compared to you guys, right? And you guys need more of interpersonal skill. You are too rash, right? I've seen it, a lot of guys. And you know that most of these Indian entrepreneur, the big guys, they send their youngsters, their sons and all abroad for MBA. You know, all those good universities like Harvard, Michigan, and all those things. They come back, including the which is what. Okay, when they come back, 50% of the guy they consolidated done well. 50% of the guy they close the industry. It is not that knowledge is less, the dynamics is less, their ability to have a patience, interpersonal skill, working with the local culture. They don't have that one. So they come or they question everything, they doubt everything. So 50% of the, don't mind, you're all coming in that category, right? When they come back, 50% of them when they get into chair, they mess up like it. But people like Narayan Murthy sir and Vipro, they have not put their son immediately. They given them a lot of time. A lot of senior people were holding them, mentoring them. Took a lot of time to get into this. So now here what we are talking about, that training is must for everybody. Induction is must for everybody. Mentoring is must for everybody. So that's what it captured here. What is the third point? Promotion. If you don't promote each position, succession planning is not taken care of. You do it in such a way that your lateral recruitment should be minimal, preferably zero. But maybe today it may not be zero because new business dimension coming, new acquisition, collaboration is taking place, new innovation coming. So you may not be having people with the same experience inside. So you have to bring in from inside. So to a large extent, the promotion has to take from within how your training is provided for. If many posts are filled from within, your HR done a good job of meeting that KPI requirement. If many posts are filled from outside, which could have been otherwise done from inside, which means HR has not done the job. Okay, that is the second. That's the second one. See the fourth one. Compliance. KRIs. Here also I try to use maximum words. You can take statutory compliance, you can take management MA system, everything try to put. If you don't comply with it. One side, as I told you, you are going to promote business, you are going to improve productivity, you are going to improve innovation, you are going to reduce the cost of operation. By that, you are going to give money to the professional. The other side, you don't comply with the labor law, you drag out all the company's money into the disputes, you put all your directors into jail. Okay, all those things can happen. You know, guys, most of the Harvard business cleared guys are supposed to be successful, right? Yes or no? Yes. Those who are studying in Harvard, already they were good guys, they studied very well, and then after long years only they go to study in Harvard. Harvard is one of the best B schools, and they come back. And one professor called Clayton has written a book. 80% of the Harvard guys, after studying, they become very successful in life. Okay. They messed up 90% of their personal life. Either they are in jail or they have a broken family relations. Very good article is called Professor Clayton. Like your Rajat Gupta, you know about our Gupta, no, our Indian. Have you know about Rajat Gupta or not? Hey, should know, yeah. He was an IIT. I am proud, at least he was my senior. IIT, he was an IIT Delhi, and he was in US. He studied in Harvard and all. He was known figure in US, very much known figure, Rajat Gupta. Like our now, what is this guy? Google chairman. Sorry? Sundar Pichai. He was like Sundar Pichai. And some stock market deal, I don't know what he did, he has to go to jail. 5-6 years. So most of them, the Professor Clayton from Harvard himself is written. They're all successful. Business growth, every growth. But either they did something, they have to go to jail, or they were broken relations. He has written, if the father climbs into the flight, if the son comes, either son will get away from the flight or father will get away from it. These are all the examples he's given. Anyhow, so coming back to that one, why did we go to that kind of things? Where it needed, the compliance part of it. Or, how you are complying with, if you don't comply with the labor law and things like that, or even any law. Companies have been, like this telecom industries and things like that. How much? 10,000 crore, 25,000 crores, they have to pay fine and things like that. So compliance becomes 10, 20 years back, we could manage in India. It was sort of license Raj. Like we had only ambassador car, we can manage sales tax, everything, anything, any tax. Now, you cannot manage anything. Everything, if your bank manager sitting in a chairman gives an approval, same second, branch manager also knows, you also know, the credit control manager also knows. So we cannot do it. So if you don't comply with the time misdemeanor, the software will report you. So the punishment is also mandatory. It is not that discretionary. I want to give. You've done it, sir, you have to go through it. So the compliance becomes, as much as this left side is important to maximize return and revenue, avoiding the trouble is also more important. So all statutory, due diligence, your compliance of labor law, compliance of income tax law, compliance of GST or many things. Here, when since this guy is more into labor law, PF Act, ESI Act, Bonus Act, Minimum Wages Act. Have the company complied with all those things? Over complied or under complied? As I told you, if you over comply also, you are heading for another industrial dispute. If you don't comply also, non-compliance, enforcement officer put 10 times penalty. And now every act provides for jail, coolly, at least 3 months, 6 months. And third, previously the owners used to put the managers as occupier, and that guy has to go to the jail. Now the Supreme Court has come it down. No, only put the owners into the jail. Because the owners are smartly putting us as a manager, and then he declares you as occupier. And the act says non-compliance means the occupier has to go to jail. Who is the occupier? You and me, we have to go to jail. Now this High Court, Supreme Court is now wonderful judgment. No, the employee will not be occupied. But there also the owners are owner. Entrepreneurs are always entrepreneurs. He said, okay, who is an entrepreneur? Some shareholder, na? So this person is my HR manager. I'll make him as director by giving 3% share. So he becomes a owner. So let him go to jail again. Got it, na? So we are all entrepreneur means entrepreneur. Anyhow, third part is over. Now fifth is employee relations, grievance handling and management. If you don't handle grievance in time, if you don't handle the loan, everything to be given in time, or grievance is not handled in 24 hours, 48 hours, there are organizations, they have a clear-cut structural grievance handling. Any grievance gets, ticket is raised. First level, 24 hours they have to do it. Second level, 48 hours. The third level, it has to be closed in 6 days or 5 days. You cannot afford to ignore the grievance. Grievance and suggestion scheme, most of the organization, which used to be theoretically nowhere, now they are making effective use of it. Thereby, they are able to take the employees' morale and retain them more. So this comes into your, this one. This is another important. This is one of the, according to me, out of all the 5, 6, this is equal important or core important. PMS system. Read this one. All of you must be going through, right? It's a pain or pleasure or both. How can you increase the pain, pleasure both and painless? Read. %100% of the employees should be assessed. Best practices should have been used. It cannot be a vague PMS system. That's why it becomes a pain. If mutually agreed both of us, the KRA is, how do you fix a KRA? I'll give this, I'm the director, I'm the owner, I'll issue it. Yeah. No, first of all, we should tell the concerned employee, you are HR manager, you'll come up with. I can give a basically, come on, try to bring out based on your job description. You come and you know our company issue, you know our company life cycle. Maybe this is a standard KRA. Like last time we discussed in the class, this time company needs particular more direction. Maybe more 80% of the KRA should be towards training and development. Or 80% towards should be only recruitment sourcing and all. So keeping the company's need and the budgetary need, you come up with a preparation. In that you prepare only 3-4 KRAs. So it has to be mutually, respectfully done. If I roll it down, this is another execution part of it. Having a knowledge is excellent. Most of the leaders, they fail because they go in a very routine manner. It's nothing like one shoe fits to everybody. Now, X company needs KRA of only 1-2 KRA. Recruitment. This year, 80% recruitment should take place. Now, like you see in Capgemini, set no 20,000 or 20 lakh people. 2 days back. Yeah, 20 lakh people to be recruited. 3 days back, it has come. No, that HR will have what? Not 5, 6. One KRA recruitment, 20,000 people at any cost. 1 month, 3 months. There's no other way. Within that one KRA KP, you have 10 approach. I'll appoint agent, I'll recruit, I'll go to campus, I'll throw a walk-in interview, I'll throw the road show, I'll get a referral incentive. Do whatever you want. That put. I want in 1 month. Suppose Capgemini board of chairmen. Will they wait for HR guys? Not listen, not possible, 20 lakhs? Can they afford to do that? They rolled it down. I want in 1 month, 2 months, 20 lakh people. This salary. What do you want? What budget you want, recruitment cost? What source you want? How the hell you want to do it? It's your own headache. You come to me, what you want? Fair enough. You want 1 crore, 2 crore, or you want 5 people, 6 people to assist you. You want to engage 6 agents with you. Consultant, do all those things. So, where we started is, the point is, how do we fix care? Number 1, the concerned employee should be given an exposure to what is the business today. Number 1, how do you can fix a role? You can write out. How do you fix a KRA? 1, you must have a thorough knowledge about job description. 2, you have a standard KRA available to you like this. When I say standard, this is a standard one. This is not a specific one. 3, you should understand the business plan, like Capgemini is going, or some other company want to reduce people. Okay, I want to go for very core business. I want to throw away all those unnecessary business. So I have a, like IBM, will do all of a sudden they'll throw 10 lakh people, right? Correct. It can be other way around also. So how the business is going, expanding or reducing. So 3, based on that, these are the 3 things. Okay, based on that, the 4th one is that the employee should be able to give an, please prepare your KRA cap. And 4th is, this is what I want. Like I said, the Capgemini, I want 10 lakh, 20 lakh, this thing, recruitment this side. How will you going to do? What is the KRA cap you are fixing should be given to the employee consent. 4th step. So the employee comes up with a plan. I can give you 20,000. 1 second, yeah. No, where is it? Okay. Now the 4th level is basically the employee should be given the first task. To meet this one, this you cannot compromise. 20 lakh people to be recruited, you cannot compromise. What you want, you can come up. Probably 1 month, 2 months. Yeah, if I say 2 months, you can come and negotiate are not possible. It will take 3 months. In 1 month, I'll give you so much, I can give. So the 4th level is that employee should be given full scope to come and give. I can work out 20 lakh people in 2 months, 3 months. Though I given a target of 1 month.
But I will come over there at exactly 11 o'clock.
Okay, sir. Now? We don't want you 11 o'clock here, okay? Okay, come on, mute, yeah. Matured guys.
Yeah, please mute.
Please mute.
Sorry?
Okay. Now, the 4th is that guy comes with a plan.
Okay.
Right. Then you mutually discuss.
Hi, sir. Good afternoon.
No, you all of you mute. Those who are not talking, mute. Okay. Okay, now you are mutually discussing. The 5th stage is you are mutually discussing. Hello.
Price will maybe, may not be.
Hello, can you mute?
Official announcement that we are.
Can you mute your phone?
Before last 5 months back, we have increased the price.
Hello, hello.
Every 6 months.
Where is the mute button here?
The price.
Do you have?
So that meetings are increasing and people are.
No, I'm trying to see if the button is another. Come, one of you come and come help me. I'm not getting that. Mute me only is coming, not mute all.
31st.
I think this is Abbas Ali who needs to be muted.
So
Yeah.
So maybe you can do that.
Okay.
Abbas Ali.
V on the Z. V and Z.
Oh God.
There is 3 major difference in V and Z, sir. One is airbags. In V variant, you get 3 airbags. In Z variant, you get 7 airbags. Yeah.
We go to the participants.
In V variant, you get 16-inch alloy
See
wheels
Abbas Ali.
and manual adjustment of driver seat. In Z variant,
It
you
said
get
more is there.
electrical adjustment driver seat and 17-inch alloy wheels. Yeah. In V variant, you get fabric seats. In Z variant, you get leather seats. Yeah, you can done as a part of accessories. You can fix it. Yeah, instead of these 3-4 items, both vehicles remain same. Like feature and all. Projector headlamp, automatic AC, cruise control, everything will be same. Just these 3 changes will be difference. But you're going for loan or any full cash? Okay. Sorry, you asking? Because yeah, if you give
Somebody call him
free
and tell
cash,
to just mute it.
Oh, he's muted.
He is muted now, sir.
Now you're audible. I'm audible. Okay. Thank you. No, mic was not there. It's going all right. Don't worry. Next class you give. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm clear now.
Yes, sir.
I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. You are
Okay.
audible, sir.
No, audible. What is his name? Abbas Ali. Ask him to call me. I'll take care of his both assignment 0. Abbas Ali, please communicate to Abbas Ali, all of you, for his irresponsibility, he will not clear this course.
Yeah.
Correct? No, he must be, wherever he is there, yeah, he must have a responsibility, no? He's not doing, it's 120 people are sitting, right? Everybody should be sensible, matured, and responsible. So Abbas Ali, your paper will come, I'll remember your name. I have to only give you, you will probably take care from the group 1, group 2 assignment because of your group. Your exam paper, I'll remember. Okay. Correct. Now, for every responsibility, you have to pay for it. You are an adult. You are an adult. You have the right and duty to do it, and you have to pay for it also. This is what I believe. This is what my. Huh? But it's almost jail-like only, right? See, at the end of the day, guys, remember, we are also human beings, right? When something goes in the head, though I don't do it, it's a joke. But it goes in the head when the paper comes in front of you, you will see in that act. Correct. Though I don't do it a large, 99% I don't do it. Not with you guys, even big guys also. But as a human being, it may come to. Right now I caught it. This guy should be given punishment. Anyway, come back. Okay, now we are talking about how do we fix the KREKP. If you simply, I roll it down, Mr. Roal, I'm a director of HR, I'm MD, I'm HR manager, I roll it down, this is your carry, that's your carry, fails. It cannot work out. There must be procedure. Procedure we already discussed. One procedure is understand the business first. Expansion, or it could be recruiting 20, or it could be dismissing 20 or relieving. These are two different things. Based on that, you give the responsibility to that guy. He will come up with a requirement or possibility. Sometimes with all the requirement, it may not be possible in 2 months, maybe possible in 3 months. So the word is called mutually negotiated, mutually agreed care. Once it is done, your KREKP has fixed it. Then, is it over? No, it's not over. Even after fixing mutually, you cannot have a control-oriented approach. Let's have it another word, you write it. Development-oriented approach to facilitating the KRE achievement. Why KRE is not getting implemented? Because we are all going one-sided. Facilitating in a development-oriented, meaning by you mutually agreed in a respectful manner. Then after 2 or 3, during the period, 20% of the time is over, some external things are happening. You take the point is good feedback management system. Close to them, take the feedback, help them, or revise the KRE. Not that don't wait for 1 year. You know, there are many things. The execution is more important. You have clarity, you have a knowledge, you have a framework, excellent. Half of the road is crossed. Then when it comes to execution, are you into so much detailed executing? There's one book called Execution. Ramcharan sir, just go through that book. The book itself is called Execution. Okay, now, so the next KRA management is that after the 1 or 20% of the time gap, you have a meeting, regular meeting. In that regular meeting, you are getting a feedback. In that feedback, either you revise the target or you extend his more support, enable him so that the target is achieved properly. Otherwise, what he said, it's only paper, it's only a pain, the confidence goes, support level goes, the guys looks for is preparing the CV, applying somewhere else and goes. Okay, now that is called control oriented approach. The developer today, what is a leader? Is it a controller or a dictator or is a boss? Today, the leader is a controller, a dictator or a boss. What is he? No. None of them. He's a mentor, facilitator, supporter, trainer, coach. Tell me, if I use all these words, who will not succeed happily? I said mentor, facilitator, coach, trainer, whatever word you use it. It's all development. Control, fire, hire, find fault, not even trying to find out what's happening, how it's happening, how it can be done. You are totally isolating yourself. It's called 1 minute manager. There was a book called 1 minute manager, which has become very famous. That give a target, achieve it, don't achieve it, get lost. that kind of thing. It cannot work like that. So today business, when you're talking about knowledge management business, like we talked about business strategy, today more into collaboration, today more into innovation, tomorrow more, like not you have seen it in yourself, like Ola, all those big baskets, Jeptex, many people have come out. What is the hotel industry which has come? Oyo rooms. All those people, they don't have anything. So where we want people like that, so like what are the kinds of leadership style? Autocratic, democratic, participative, situational. Suppose you are a leader for a manufacturing industry. You are a leader in the army. Okay. You are a leader in surgery room. Different leadership style is needed. Even in your surgery, you are a surgeon, but there is an anesthetician and half a dozen equally important people. You cannot have your own one style. It has to be participative or consultative. Standing in an army, I cannot consult. Right or wrong, I have to take a decision, move on. Dictator, arbitrator kind of leadership. Educational institution leadership, it cannot be. It has to be democratic. You are a lot of what is called that old age home, child care, a lot of social service organization, very big organization. Can the leader supposed to be a controller? He has to be mission setter, value setter. Okay, all those things comes into. I think all these things you probably will cover it in your OB, leadership styles and all. But basically there are 4 leadership styles: autocratic, participative, consultative, consultative, and all put together called situational. Where which to be used? Democratic, autocratic, democratic, participative, consultative. Do you know the meaning of all that 4 difference? Or no? Autocratic, though, Putin is doing fire. Simple. What Putin is doing today is autocratic, no consultation, nothing. Or even his commander on the field also autocratic, right? Democratic is probably Captain Nagaraj, Vice Chancellor. They will discuss, understand, get understand or understood. Well, policy making, course this to be done. That's a democratic kind of leadership. Okay. I'm a manufacturer, I'm a company, big boss. Okay. I have a 6-7 guys, marketing director, finance director, all those guys. I will take a participative leadership. Participative means I will give a lot of weightage, listen to them. Yet I will take my own decision. I will get informed. Because the point is that here all these guys at the end of the day have a good intention, good knowledge, good work, but they are not entrepreneurs. They don't want to take a risk. The suggestion is always molded or with that attitude, right? So I am an entrepreneur. I want to take the best of you. I know you are good, but I don't want to get carried away with you. I don't want to ignore you. Are you getting my point? This is called participative. Okay, participative means like, no, this is called consultative. Participative is something else. Consultative means I consult you, I respect you, I take all your views like a similar, like a businessman. Maybe the ZTV, Sharmaji owner or this Hero Honda cycle, Munjal or anybody. They are all top class people. But all these people will say that don't get into this business. Some new businesses coming up, likely to come. Tomorrow we have to start selling the good quality air. Let's invest money. People like you and me, we will think 10 times. I've seen there are some people in UP when I was there, this liquor auction and all takes place. The government comes and gives the whole state in a simple auction in a Bandal, where 10 contractors, they come, Boli, they call it Boli, 100 crores, 500 crores. If you and me go with a laptop and get the Excel sheet calculation, action cannot take place. What will you do? We'll use all our tools and practices, and today all the more with a laptop also. Those days, at least no laptop. Now you have softwares and laptop and everything. What projection last year and all, these guys cannot do that. In the morning cars, 10 o'clock, by 2 o'clock, you'll close that. And thousands of crores. So can you do that kind of? He can do only, he will consult it. So now what is participating? Good example is doctor, surgeon. Consultative means I'm consulting yet I overrule. Participation, he cannot overrule. He had to get the consensus of everybody in toto. If anesthesian says, he cannot overrule the anesthesian. I'm doing surgery, yeah, your anesthesia will take care of 30 minutes. Correct. Something like that. So now you got the clarity, right? Now, where to use what is called situational. Okay. Now your time is running. Let's close it. Now these are the, and now you don't have to go through 7, 8. Now, how do you break this into? Here I've taken it to 8. It's a standard KRA. It need not be 8 because this is a template on a normal pattern covering all the HR function is given. But the company that time needs maybe only 2, 3. More retrenchment mode or more recruitment mode or more employee engagement mode. So accordingly, 70-80% of your KRA would be skewed towards that one. 20% like compliance will be there in any case. Okay, now how do we, the score? Here you have, for example, 7, 8, whatever written here. What weightage to give to what? Again, if you do all those things, it is more again subjective. You try to bring it in KP in terms of objectivity, in terms of numbering and all. But at the end of the day, how do you quantify the whole thing? You had 8 headings, like for each headings, what is the weightage you are going to give? Probably what I have told you 10 minutes, maybe recruitment, I'm giving 60%. Remaining 40% get broken into other levels. So at the end of the day, I need to quantify. Yes, overall, based on KRA, KP, overall on the weightage out of 100, you achieved 60, 70, 80. That is what it comes to. Exceeds the job requirement, meets the job requirement, not meets it. Then you put it in one line, A, B, C, D. Those who are getting 75%, 80% exceeds the job requirement. That's what mostly they count, in most of the organizations. They categorize into 5 categories. Not meeting the requirement, just meeting it, not at all meeting more or less, or exceeds the requirement. So when the marks comes it, you put it down. So it becomes a quantification. Now there's one more way, which I told you. Okay, all those things are there. Now I need to see the employees contributed in a balanced scorecard manner. HR guys talked only in HR. Recruitment, training. Did you contribute to my company in terms of finance? Did you contribute to my company in terms of customer? Did you contribute to your internal? Did you contribute in terms of learning and growth? This all again validating. How will you go about it? Like I told you 7, 8 points, you prepare how to fix it. The last point, if you write it down, validating the KRA KPI. Based on some models like weightage model, balanced scorecard model, business requirement model, or business life cycle or product, whatever you call it. So if you do it, then you are like a chemistry, you are validating. Otherwise, you are writing theoretically. Once you write it with vagueness, execution will not be effective. If execution is not effective, there will be pain. Because I'm telling you, there's a concept called, I don't know, OB study, theory X, theory Y study. Theory X believes employees are useless, they need to be controlled, they need to be given target, they need to be monitored, they need to be every day. That is theory X. I don't know theory X and Y, that you check it. Theory Y says everybody is potential, everybody is capable, everybody wants to walk extra mile, everybody feels happy in doing something. Is it applicable to all of you or not in this class? Everybody is capable, potential, wants to contribute, wants to walk an extra mile, feels happiness in doing it. That's my Y model. X model is what? Fix them the target, monitor them thoroughly, control them, They are not able to go with this philosophy. So now, again, the organization cannot go in this style. X. We just check a B with the X or Y. I may be mixing it up, but the concepts are clear. So the Y model only will be applicable today. You cannot afford to go with the hierarchy and the leadership position. You are a task chairman. You may be my junior. You may be 30, I may be 45, I may be getting more salary. My designation may be VP, your designation may be manager. But in a particular task, you are the chairman. I'll work with you. That is what in the first I written it, individual responsibility and team responsibility. Again, in career fixation, one more point, individual responsibility and team responsibility. Now, if you see that finally, does this KRA contributing towards all? Financial, customer, internal, and learning and growth? Or I want maximum to contribute to financial 40%? Or I want maximum contribute to 60% customer? Okay, does the KRA takes care of this one? If I have to sit to measure it, you cannot do it at the end, right? You should have done it. Like I told you, one of my boss used to tell you, okay, guys, come and sit in the meeting laughing. You cannot sitting in the meeting laughing if you have not achieved your task. If you achieve the task, you can come and sit and laugh and enjoy. Correct. So similarly, if your KRA KPI is not taken in the beginning, mutual discussion, business projection, SMART, quantity, quality, balanced scorecard method, weightage method, all those things, it's not difficult, right? Is it difficult? It's only an awareness. It is only patience of sitting together. It's only a respecting everybody. I'll tell you, I take any one of you, pick up 2-3 of you. I'll work with any of the position. You'll be able to equally contribute to me. So it is basically, I have to facilitate, I have to mentor, I have to guide you. Then put that time, not that 1 minute direction of Mr. Know-all. Just, I know this is your career. How many companies does it 1 minute? Everybody, they give you career just like that, right? Has it been discussed with your bosses? Or have your bosses discussed with you? So finally, they don't measure your KRA KPI also, right? It's only a sheet. Am I right or wrong? Many organizations, neither they introduce properly, nor they actually evaluate, right? Naam ke vaste some evaluation will take place. But in true spirit, is it taking place? You are representing many companies. I don't think so.
No.
No, not right. She said very, very clearly, no. No, it cannot. It cannot. At the end, you cannot do a post-mortem. You can only do post-mortem at the end. That is what we call appraisal. That's what first I told, probably in the next class I tell you. Appraisal and PMS. Performance appraisal is one-sided, done at the end of the time. It's a post-mortem. It's fault-finding exercise. That is what this guy called pain. What is pleasure? Performance planning for managing mutually. Even I won't write a book on that. It's not PMS. Performance planning and managing. Probably performance planning, measuring and managing. So once you get into that mode, you say not appraisal. The appraisal word itself says not clear. I will appraise you. I'm your boss. I know everything. I'll fight with you. I will do post-mortem. You've not done this thing, not that thing. You're not fit for it. Done. That's appraisal. When I do PPMS, performance planning, facilitating, giving feedback, measuring. Can it be pleasure, sir, or not? Yellow shirt, right? It can be pleasure, right? And it can contribute a lot. Problem with our management system is we know little bit or we know more, but when it comes to execution, we are zero. Somewhere people don't know strategy. Somewhere people don't know management or best practices. Even if they do both, they are bad in execution. So I don't know. Sometimes I myself get confused. Is it execution is more important or strategizing is more? What is more important? Yeah, you tell me. Execution is more important. I think both have to be extremely well.
Extremely important. Yeah.
Right, both are. If you want excellency, you have to be good at both. You are good at strategizing, execution for task. You are very good. I've seen a lot of people, a lot of organizations, they're very good in execution. but strategizing is wrong. A lot of organizations, they have a big model, posters, this and that. Strategizing is very good. When it comes to execution, somewhere they're not able to connect the dots. Okay, so are we clear? 4 concepts. I'm sorry, guys, I have to rush it. There's no other way. You have how many classes left with me? 2-3 classes, I suppose, right? Right? How many classes? Another 4, huh? Out of that 1 or 2, you will take your presentation. When is your presentation? A pleasure part or pain part of it? When is your presentation? Have you people decided? Acha, before that, are we clear? You'll be able to read everything. If there is any doubt, take it up with me in the next class, because next class I have some other topic. Next class, I'm trying to clear your training and development PMS system, or if time permits, your compliance. Okay. 1. Okay. But next class, I don't mind 10 minutes since we are rushing through. If you have any doubt, but you can ask question if you read it. If you don't read it, you cannot ask question. But the material is already there. The last one, today itself, the folder name, it's called, I think, HRM 2022. Go through it, you'll get it. Sorry?
So chapter 1 PPT, it's not there.
Chapter 1 PPT, no, you go through that, this one, 2022. Go to the PPT. There's a folder called 2022. It is there or not?
I checked today's class PPT is there, but chapter 1 last class I couldn't find.
The transformational one is not there in that one. See,
No.
the same folder should be there.
Okay, I'll check again.
Yeah, it is called transformational. No, I didn't write it like chapter 1. As I told you,
got it.
it is there, right? And as I told you guys, I have not given you a book chapter. That also I loaded next class. Okay. Now, what about your assignments? Next class, you will do. What is that we arrived mutually discussing here? KRA, KPA discussion. How we are going to do the assignment? I given you last time. Pick up each group, pick up some Harvard article or a case study or a IIM Ahmedabad one. Is it okay with you guys or some other method you want? Come on, madam. It will be group only. It will be group. Group they must already created, right?
Yes.
How many groups total? 16. Okay, 16 group. Each group, can you take 1 article? How many people in each group? 7, 8, 6, 7 people? Yeah.
Actually, it's a combination of both section A and section B.
Both section, yeah, they will also have, I'm teaching them also. Okay, no problem.
It's average of 9 to 10.
Okay, chalo, you have benefit of doubt. Okay, you'll make your life easy. Okay. Each group, can I have 16 article present? Which will be, if all of you do it seriously, if all of you listen seriously, I said both. The team is preparing also to be sincere because you are going to take care of 120 people. The team who listening also to be sincere. Somebody prepared seriously, you don't listen it, you are going to listen. So can we have this method? Okay, so I'm going to write it. What is the last date? When are you going to give? When is your next class? When? Which date?
Second.
Second is not there. April first week and second week is there, but schedule is not fixed.
From here, another 15 days will take, huh? Anyhow, whichever date comes. Yeah. So whichever date, 3rd, we are having your presentation. Whichever date comes, 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever date comes. Okay, sorry. Whichever is next class are we having, or next to next class we are having? Then when will you do your second assignment? All of you are aware.
Yes.
You have to score best marks in assignment. You will score. It's easy. It takes up your final external exam clearance. All of you know that or not? This is strategy. If I'm in your place, I'll work on that. You have to get very good marks in both
Please
presentations.
explain,
Yes, madam.
please explain the assignments. What all is to be added in the assignment?
Okay, now coming. So have you cleared it? All of you are going to take one article and just really make a PPT, right? Okay.
Okay, okay.
And I'll make your life easy. Don't keep more than 6 or 8 slides. Okay. I'm making it easy, but it will be very tough for you. That also I can tell you. In the sense, suppose you take an article, value creation of HR. Okay.
All these articles are available
In HR,
LMS.
not LMS, it not. You go to library. You source it. Google will not get it, very expensive. You have to get to the help of the institute. They may be having a HPR already subscribed. My condition is only HPR or IIM Ahmedabad. Nowhere else you can take an article. Okay, I said you can take any article anywhere else, but I'm very clear in my this thing. Okay. 2, she asked what is that? Don't keep it more than 6 to 8 slides. Don't write 25-30 slides. Very difficult to do that. Okay, I'll tell you the tips framework. First slide. What is the introduction? Well, an author's title and all those things. Second slide. What is the objective of this article? Maybe it talks about, this article talks about how HR can play a role in improving business competence. How HR can create a value competence in that one. Again, you learn the skill. It will be a big thing for your life. Creating 30-40 slides, it's easy. Getting into 6-7 slides, it's going to be difficult, I can tell you. But it's easy. Again, I'll give you tips. See, I make your life so complicated, right? Okay. Again, it's easy. You don't have to get into the trap of I'm doing everything. You know, while reading it, just only pick up like questions in a Makan card. That means people don't understand questions in a Makan. Only take the few points, don't get carried away with the whole. And you don't get into the.
Sir, we don't hear you very clearly.
The mic is not working. Okay, guys. What I was saying, so thanks for pointing out. Okay, I will give you good marks. What's your name?
Ananya.
Ananya, you will get good marks because you are taking care of responsibility and governance. Okay. Incidentally, both are A's. I will remember very well. Okay. No. Ananya, I know very well. Ananya is a sweet girl. She has pointed out in a positive sense. Okay, come back. 1 is introduction. 2 is the objective of this article. 3-4 sentences. This article is talking about the value creation, how value HR can create value. Or this article talks out how PMS can make a mistake or how PMS can be done rightly. Just 3-4 sentences in that one slide. The third slide should be facts of the article. Third and fourth could be you make it like a story. Yeah. Facts. Facts could be 3 and 4 slides. There, whatever you go through the story, summary, learning, put it there. This article talks about this company, they did this, whatever you wanted to put tamacha, put it in the third and fourth. Okay. Fifth is a learning. What is the learning from this article? We learned how real HR can promote. We learned how PMS can be structured that way. Okay. That's it. 6 slides. 5 is enough. 6 you want. If you want another slide, you can give a learning is itself, learning is taken. Still you want to give one more slide, you can add conclusion recommendations. Enough.
Sir, any article we can take from Google, right?
Any article from HPR. You know HPR is Harvard Business Review or IIM Ahmedabad.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get. Can you please
Any
repeat?
article from HPR, Harvard Business Review. Or the second alternative is from IIM Ahmedabad.
And sir, these articles are available only in the library. It's not there in the LMS, you're saying?
The yellow, it will not be available in LMS.
When is the due date of the presentation?
Next class, whenever is the next class? Because you're supposed to do presentations, right? That is not under my control. That is beyond my control. The examination department has fixed it. Two presentation, right? 2 assignments, no mid exam for you, right? Only end term exam. For a regular MBA student, there's a midterm exam. So you have 2 assignments and 1 end term exam. Okay. Both are group active. No need, yeah. If pain for you, pain for me. More than you, it's a pain, big pain for me. Evaluating, it's easy. It's a very tough job. At least presentation, then and there I can give you marks. Correct.
Both assignments are having like group only, not
group only.
Sir, group.
No, second assignment will think about what to be done. We talked about first. What 4 points? LMS. No, assignment template is clear to all of you now. Introduction, objective content, facts, learnings, conclusions. That's all. Don't add more slides. And again, the tips to is don't get carried away in trying to put everything from there.
And what would be the
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah. 10, extendable up to 15. After 15. Yeah.
Sir, so everybody in the group needs to be
everybody.
How is it? Okay.
We know. At least we'll ask. Even if you are 2-3 are making presentation, others should be there. We should be able to ask questions. All of you have to be your video enabled while making a presentation. This is a command control from Captain Nagaraj sir, your dean.
Sir, actually, like there is a doubt. Actually, earlier they told us one will be like individual, one will be a group, and some video we need to make it 10 minutes. So there is.
That is for a different subject. It's organizational theory.
Okay, what is that they wanted? So second assignment, see, still I'm open. You can suggest, I'll go with it.
We are okay with group and PPT only, sir.
No, sir. For organization theory, for first assignment, you have given one individual. For second assignment, you have given.
Logically, that is right. Logically, that is a right approach. One individual and group. But seeing you people's, that time and contribution level, I made it 2 group.
Let's keep it simple, sir.
If you want to individual, I'm more than okay. Though it's little.
I think group is only
Done. No more discussion. 2 group. No more discussion on this. 2 group assignments. Done.
Somebody is like group 1 to 7 has made same article.
That you people have to coordinate. That you make one. Hey, you are all leaders. Yeah, you coordinate. Make yourself. You are not repeating the same one, right?
And sir, group are already made, so they all groups will be the same.
Same group. Same group. Okay. Same group.
Sir, if you don't mind, can you say where can I find the group? I'm not sure.
That you check with your friends or talk to Aravind sir. Even I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, Aravind sir will be able to tell you.
Okay.
Please check your mail. There are groups made. There are sections made or connect.
Mailed. Yeah, let me check for the group. Thank you.
Yep.
So one question I have is we have groups people from both section A and B.
Sorry?
Yes.
Yeah, the people in the same group, in the single group, like both are from section A and B.
See the group and all, you better talk to Aravind sir and figure it out yourself. Okay, I don't have any control over the group formation and things like that. As far as I'm concerned, let's have 2 group assignments. I given you template, not more than 6-7 slides, not more than 10 minutes. For only Harvard article I'll accept. or I am Ahmedabad Article.
So you're not connected to this, right?
Connected only.
So we don't have any pins here. I don't know whether if I remove it.
No, don't do it. That's why I can't do it. Okay, guys, you can carry on. That's okay, no problem. Same way. Good night. I'm going to address them on 13.
So it will be together.
You can combine both. Whatever group they created a group combining both, right? It's good. I think you can have an interaction. That they have done it with a purpose.
They will have a different subject for grade, so that I think they are problem. Yes.
They will have a different class now, sir.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't coordinate again. I think.
Okay.
We have it
I'll start it off to Aravind and come back. Then it has to be different groups. A will have a different group, B will have a different group.
Yeah.
That is better, sir.
Because they want to have a similar group, you guys, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sort it out to Rajan, sir. Don't worry. Tomorrow I'll start.
So the last thing regarding the assignment, the topics which we are going to select should be specific to HRM subject only or anything?
Only HRM.
Okay, HRM.
Only HRM.
Okay, just for an example, I was thinking about a Jaguar project. I mean, the Tata Motors, they acquired Jaguar. So some articles are available. Not
So if
specific
there is an
to
HR acquisition in that merger, you can talk.
Okay, okay.
It has to be HR.
Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, guys, carry on. You have class, I have class.
Okay, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much,
Thank
sir.
you
Thank
so
you.
much. Have a great
Thank you.
day. Bye.
Sorry for the internet issues. You have to bear with me, okay?
No problem.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
It
you,
was a
guys.
great
Thank you, guys.
Guys, if anyone online, did you, do you guys found that group ka email? Can you just say me what is the subject line?
Sorry, Nitin, what are you asking?
It says
Mhm.
your section and group for semester 1.
Second, when was it sent? Because I didn't attend the previous class.
2 days back also it was sent, and
2 days back.
Give us your email ID, we'll forward you. You
It
give
was sent
your
on 16th March, the mail.
15th March.
16th March.
No, one second, I'm going through it. Because it's very difficult, no, and also the initial classes I missed, both HR and accounting classes. So I went to the recordings, but still it's 15th March. Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
okay.
And have you guys all part of WhatsApp group? Because I'm not able to.
That is also mentioned in the mail.
Yeah, it
There's-
is mentioned in the mail, but the link it throws up an error showing access denied. So I've written a mail for Arvind. Let's see. Just today I
No,
wrote
for
mail.
WhatsApp group also, they have mentioned like which group you belong to. You can just contact one of them and
Okay.
ask them the link. They will share it with you. There's one WhatsApp group, one combined WhatsApp group for MBA. There you can just drop a message, say that you are from this group. They will share you the link.
Sure. Thanks.
Okay.
Hi, Nitin, you were there.